Where are the ladies? All right. Get our cam set up here. Got a few of the lads here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Good morning, everybody. That is Dustin's forehead. He'll get adjusted. That is Big Dust and the Underdog logo. There we go. We got all the lads here. The hair. The barber. In the flesh. Not looking too shabby. There we go. All right. Let me jump in here with the boys. Welcome, everyone. We're in the team chess final here. We got the cams on. Everyone's here. It's going to be some nice 10 plus 10 games. Let's pop into the Discord with the guys. All right.
Garbage, so.
Okay.
Hello,
How about we just
boys.
agree both not to play? Oh. Hey, man.
Hello, Sam. Dustin, how are you, bud?
Good. Good.
Good. We got AG on the mic and everything.
Yep, we are good to go.
All right. We're just going to get Eddie in Discord. Is that it?
Eddie is, just
Looks like he's in the general right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amon can pull him around.
Drag him where he needs to be. There he is. Hello, Eddie.
Hey, morning, everybody.
Good morning to you, Eddie.
Hey, buddy.
Good morning.
You're looking very clean today, Eddie. All right, we got everyone here. This is, a miracle in itself.
Amen.
Now, people may have forgot, but the team chess match is the most talked about activity other than the candidates, and we are in the finals. The only thing I want to just explain in terms of housekeeping about the finals is that one of the teams here, which is Dustin and AG, they're on the top of your screen there if you're watching. Those guys they haven't lost yet, so they're gonna have to be beaten twice. So Sam and Eddie here have to not only win the first best of two, but then beat them back to back in order to take down the championship because it is double elimination. So that's the format. You guys know the time control. We're staying the same as we always have, and we're doing best of two, of course, with Armageddon to break the tie if needed. Does everyone still remember the format? Anything else we need to go over just in terms of the rules and whatnot?
We're on Twitch, right?
We are, but that shouldn't stop you from whatever's on your mind, Eddie.
Oh, it definitely will. I'd like to know just one thing. If AG or Nitsuda Prima Donna, if it takes that long for them to answer the call of their lady friends, like if their lady friends are in the need, or in the mood, if you will, excuse me. I mean, do they just like get out their calendars like, yeah, I'm free in 4 weeks, honey, and we could schedule it? Well, I'm awfully freaking busy. Got to catch a plane, but I'll get back to you, darling, and we'll hook up then.
It's
I don't
true.
know,
I
I'm
do have
just
to catch a
saying.
plane to see my lady at the moment.
What's that like?
Well, it tends to be a lot easier when we don't have bedtimes at 8 p.m. So we have a little bit more time to
Oh,
schedule around some stuff. We get to spend
Fair
a little
enough.
more time with our ladies.
I'm old. I got nothing else to do but to complain. But,
I'm young, and that's all I've been doing as well, Eddie. So
I bet you've actually had to work this week. I'm trying not to laugh. But
oh, that's okay. That's okay. We all made it here in the end. I was joking that we were just gonna run the match with whoever showed up. So it might have just been Eddie Barber against AG, and we were just gonna run it. So
what, Sam busy?
just
No,
if
I'm-
the Argentinian or the
Hey.
Peruvians kept them down, then we would run it.
I don't
anyway.
blame him.
Hey,
busy
I've
there
been like
too.
the most like flexible out of these 4 people. Like I've always been down for whatever. I don't want the blame.
That's because you're putting up points down there in Bolivia or wherever the hell it is you're at. You're in a
What is
chipper
it- what
mood.
is it?
But I don't know about
There you
AG
go.
and Nick's dude. I mean, they're putting up points, and these guys, holy shit. They'll get us in there sooner or later. Just saying.
All right. Well, you guys know the format: 10 minutes, 10-second increment. If once we split into your rooms, you'd like to share screens so that you're following each other, or if you want to follow on chess.com, both work. It's going to be on the two teams. It's going to be Sam and AG that are going to be it's going to be their accounts, so they'll be on the mouse. And you guys know the format. You can talk about whatever. You can talk about the prima donna, Nitsud Prime. You can talk about Sam's Bolivian conquests. You can talk about whatever. You can say whatever.
We know that's happening. So that's
Anything
They try to
goes.
kick him out for 3 weeks, and he won't leave.
How the
It's the-
okay. Yeah.
It's the
sorry, go
gold
ahead.
mine. The gold mine for you.
All right, guys, I'm going to split you up into your separate rooms here and give me a couple minutes. I'll let you guys get screen shared and everything, and we'll get game 1 of match 1 started. Good luck, everybody.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Good luck, guys.
Okay.
Good luck.
Is that the endgame magician there, Eddie?
Yep, that is Eddie, the endgame magician.
Could we get a picture of him back when he was like 25? Look at those cheekbones. My God.
He has sent one before. Hello, buddy.
Hello, sir.
Please,
Welcome.
wherever
Sure.
you
Wherever
may
you feel
find
comfortable.
comfortable.
Outside the camera.
Outside the camera?
Not everybody is photogenic as I'm on.
That outfit is awesome. I love it. I want that
It
sweatsuit.
looks like a 70s couch.
It's so good.
All right.
That's all I wear is tracksuit.
Fish on Fish says that Dustin and I look like brothers where one joined the military and the other one just decided to smoke pot. Oh, it is beautiful out there today. Kind of crisp, cold. It was
It's not-
sunny.
What do you consider Chris cold?
I mean,
it's
it's,
not cold.
it's not cold, but it's crisp.
It's
It's
perfect.
nice.
It's
It's really
perfect.
like you're like me. You get hot. Right?
It is
Yes,
nice.
I
Yes.
can't.
I love it. I'm visiting Alaska. We'll take care of you. Don't worry.
You're from Alaska?
Yeah, oh, I'm up there now. Yeah.
Where?
All right,
Anchorage,
guys.
Anchorage.
We're gonna throw this first match on and see how she goes here. It's gonna be 10 minutes, 10-second increment, and it's best of 2. And we got Armageddon if it's tied. All right, I think they have their screens and everything shared. Just want to give them a little bit of time. I remember I started a game and Eddie was still trying to follow wild hacks on chess.com. I think they're good now. There we go. All right. Drop in.
Are we gonna be headphone gamers with the voice comms this entire time?
I have to be,
Yes.
so that I can capture the voices, unfortunately.
I understand.
But color commentary is welcome
Oh, wait, I gotta
to the best of your ability.
I'll be colorful.
Okay.
Yep. Does that work?
Huh?
Do those work?
Let me try.
I might be able to take the other set. Can you hand me the other set? Are those plugged in? No, they're not.
They're
Oh
wireless.
no.
But you can wear them. You can just put them on
Put them on.
so that you feel comfortable.
Do they actually?
They don't.
actually run. No.
But if you want to just
They're just,
join the boys
They're
here,
just there's a prop. It's the Make-A-Wish headset right here.
Eddie says take it. Eddie has been disturbed that they haven't been accepting the Mora the entire tournament.
Are you a Mora enjoyer, Amon?
No.
No.
Not with and not against.
Ah. Where
Reggie
is-
just wants to be part of the team here. I
That's
don't
right. No, I'm not connected.
know.
Living in silence. Hello, Moj.
Actually, me.
Oh, that is you.
I'm just typing from this.
I thought he was
My
just
emotions
doing
are logged in.
I thought he was doing it from his phone again.
I'm gonna say a lot of pro-Israeli things now from North. That's gonna be interesting.
Seven.
Bishop f4.
You can hear Eddie though.
So once we
Any
play,
No. I'm on
We
switch.
are rook a to c1.
right?
Yeah, this is
Do they play queen c8
bread and
for the castle
butter
here?
of
Then I play
Dustin.
queen c8 or castle.
I mean, it's a pretty normal
Probably,
position
yeah,
so
castle,
far.
and then we play bishop
But I would say
e3.
Bishop
white's kind of
e3.
happy.
Queen c8, knight a4.
Yeah.
And then that's where they can either play knight d7 or they play b5.
Guess this they want.
b5, we're taking their knight.
You got it, man. You know the line better than me.
All right, so they cooked up this entire. Maybe
All
this
right.
is in the Mark Esserman book, you know.
So we're expecting b5, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
okay,
think
what-
the only
what-
two moves they have are b5 or knight d7.
Eddie will have,
What do we
and
play
rightfully
for
so,
97?
a lot to talk about.
Oh,
if they
doesn't
win.
matter. We it was queen d2 though, I think was the
Okay.
move.
So now we take
So
it
yeah,
over.
so take.
Bishop takes knight pre-move.
Eddie's
And
probably
then
like
it's
just
bishop d7.
rattling off theory. Like,
Rook c4.
Wow.
okay, is this gonna be like
I read
it's like the
Eddie
candidates game or
an
something? It's just
open
gonna end up
book.
in a draw.
Rook c4.
Yeah.
Bayleaf, is that actually true? This is Esserman
excellent.
chapter 2. Like, I believe you.
Take.
Yeah. Queen b5.
Queen b5, take. And what was the move after that?
We have a situation where both
I'm
teams
gonna have to
have prepared using the
visualize
same
this
book.
because I don't really remember.
We're gonna play
And so-
queen b5.
We're
Queen
just
b5,
we're basically
queen takes,
reading
pawn
chapter
takes.
2 right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Eddie
rook
taught
takes-
classics
yeah, rook-
opening for
rook
both
takes.
teams, actually,
Then we
right?
take on.
It's always SM.
Yep.
This is funny. We are literally gonna have a draw
Yeah.
in the Mora.
And that's
Now-
where
Yeah,
he's
it
played
was
either
still in
knight
the
e4
book.
or king f8, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And then we're just gonna go for this endgame.
Rook a2.
I don't like rook a2, brother. I think d8 is no risk.
It doesn't work.
Oh yeah. Color commentary. I think the whole time Eddie is basically like, he knows Sam has been scared to play this opening. Sam plays it with the guidance of Eddie. And Eddie can't see why he was scared at all. Eddie's mic is cutting out. If it cuts out and Sam plays the wrong move, this will be very funny.
How badly does Eddie tilt verbally? Sam is a big verbal tilter.
Eddie has gotten there with Sam before.
Just losing his shit.
Especially because one time Eddie said knight f6, and then Sam just played knight c6, like thinking it was knight f6.
Blundering the game, I presume.
No, completely just went into a different variation, and he was on big tilt. He's like, well, it's unplayable now. Thank you, Janner Chess, for the raid. We're hosting Team Chess right now. 1800s on display.
I think the eval bar is frozen or something.
Yep,
Yeah. Might be a glitch.
we got this, maybe f6 as well. Rook c2. I have to admit, I think black is going to do better than white in this game. White has
Just
the
plays
pass
rook
pawn, but
d2 here.
just seems like easy. This is so strong. And you can bring your king in. White. Not sure I really trust that.
A gift of 25 subs.
The MC 9008. MC, who you got in this team match? It's so weird that we're watching a boring professional draw. But maybe MC, that's what he's here for. Chess played at the highest level.
We've also blitzed out all the moves. We're actually above starting time on white.
Totally. We played 25 moves, and the guys are both at 10 minutes. Oh, did you? Yeah, you enjoyed the UFC last night? I'm a salty Gaethje supporter, at least on the books. My guy got eye poked too much, but I can't lie, it was pure entertainment. Because this and this is the idea.
It looks good there, but it doesn't really have anywhere to go, so it's almost like it's really not that good.
Yeah.
But I suppose they have rook c7 to drop back to help the pawn eventually.
Yeah, but we're gonna hit it twice too with our knight
Mhm.
and our.
Yeah.
This and this. And Black will have to do something like this.
And we can always
this.
play like once our rook gets to b4, we can play b3 and a4 to try to force a passed pawn. And then
I
we
don't
have the
think he likes
outside
that
pass
either.
pawn.
He
So-
still doesn't
Yeah.
have an escape square for
If
his
all
king.
of the
Oh, well, yeah.
trades help us, so that's like a little end game
I
advantage.
can tell
as well.
Sam wants to play h6.
A well-timed
and
a4
Eddie
could be
wants
nice.
to do stuff with his pieces.
Okay, good. We finally got them thinking. That was scary. They're playing way faster than normal.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Sam really let Eddie take the lead with the opening game.
which was
But-
good because we
Hey,
predicted
like,
it pretty perfectly.
we got over what 21 moves of prep there.
Eddie's really like thinking, right? He's
Uh,
leaning in. The
yeah,
beanie.
something like that. It was
beanie cam.
move 22. They deviated to
Yeah,
rook
that's
f6, I think.
Pure.
Yeah,
pure
knight
focus.
f6. Yeah.
Not bad.
So, yeah.
prep, eh?
No, yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby. Big forehead cam out of Eddie.
Okay, they're
Those
noticing the
leanings.
forehead
yeah, I
cam.
see.
Our bicep
No,
cam.
hopefully we can
He's entirely out of
get this
frame.
over pretty quick so you can go party with the boys somewhere. People are gonna owe you some shots for taking the win here.
Where's Wild Hats?
let's just get the
Peru.
bag and then we can
Peru.
talk about pirates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exotic.
very.
I don't
Learning how to
I
be a
don't
man.
really know what they do
See
here
what?
Learning how to be a man right
to
now.
make progress at
He-
all.
he is-
So what I was
Vision
thinking
Quest.
they should do is rook c1 check.
It's one of those find yourself.
King g2,
scripts.
rook
Forced
c2.
variation.
We play
You
rook
have to
b3.
go the way.
Is
They
it you
play
just
knight c7,
you leave a different
play
man?
knight
Maybe not a better
e4,
one, but a different
and
one.
then they play rook back to c5.
They're in the tank here.
Yeah.
It looks like this is
Then-
a defensive construction,
kind
but
of
in the meantime,
like-
probably they're going to bring the king. Because you don't
Alright,
need to
rook
defend
d3.
this until white actually attacks it.
Yeah,
So this makes sense.
yeah.
See why not?
Immediately ask the question.
How are you defending this pawn?
Yeah.
Pretty sure we'll see
Does-
this.
Because if they go rook b8, we have a4 immediately.
Exactly. Well, not
Well,
Knight
I mean,
e5
yeah,
turns
yeah, we
this.
can do rook d4
We've got knight
or sorry, knight
d3.
d4.
We have to do knight
Knight
d4
d-
first.
Yeah,
because
knight d4,
they
knight
can-
c7.
we don't want them to push past.
Right.
This is a little
Right.
Weird. Not really sure how to
Gonna
deal
play
with
here.
this.
I love
It's
being able to think on
unbelievable.
your opponent's timing
No.
as well. It's
Yeah,
quite
They're
nice.
thinking about rook c5.
I wonder if they're gonna play rook c5. That looks kind of awkward, but I don't think they're like super happy about being in this pin.
This
Also,
I mean,
if they play
problem with
rook b8,
is
when we
is
play
they
knight
can never go
d4,
here.
now they don't have the option of king e7 to bring
Oh,
their
wow.
king closer to the center.
Right, yeah, because
There
of
we go.
because of knight
Justin was
c6.
just-
Yeah.
saying that as well.
So I'll actually
Okay.
Okay.
So,
okay.
The only move I've heard them talk about is
Um,
this. I'm kind of wondering about that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we could
Oh, no, we're knight e5,
maybe
right? Knight e5 threatens knight e7,
yeah.
which wins the pawn. Or because then we have knight to d3, kicking their rook away from the pawn.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna suggest knight d2 for the same reason, but I like that a lot better because it threatens the fork.
Because we get knight d5 with that.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
doesn't look like
Because
it should
knight
win for
d7
white,
is
but
a big
it
threat there.
kind of looks good.
They almost probably have to play king e7. So yeah, so knight e5.
Mm-hmm.
You went with your variation.
Somehow it feels like it doesn't feel like GG, but check to get out of this and then maybe defend with the knight. Sam blundering rooks.
King e7.
King e7, knight d3,
And
and
then the pawn hangs, right?
white wins this pawn. It's actually pretty clever.
This might be the critical moment
Sam-
of Sam's failure.
Sam has blundered 2 rooks in 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. White's done a good job making threats. I still stand by the initial diagnosis that I think black should do a bit better in general. Like this. It's just tough to do anything there. I mean, this is a move, but this doesn't look good for white at all.
Lock down, bring the king in.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Leave it open.
Leave it open. Thanks. Seriously.
Eddie looks like he's gonna have a heart attack. Well, he's teamed up with Sam. That's it's a lot to ask of anyone. Sam is very pessimistic. Yes, I did, MC.
We thought about swapping the teams and watching the chaos.
Without telling them. Just put them in rooms. Wait, what? All right, match starting. Like this.
Yeah, I was wondering if he's gonna kick the knight here.
Eddie really can't take Dustin's team seriously.
Eddie's significantly stronger than
four.
1800 though.
Right, and then it's just gonna.
What happened to Sam's rating? I guess he never
I
plays.
think on b3 they're gonna play king.
Yeah, we're in
e6.
10
Low or
minutes.
tie?
e6, yeah.
Huh? I think he
Oh,
plays
but then we
both
grab the
ways.
pawn, so they actually
think
can't bring
his
the
range
king
low
up
or
that way.
For wild hacks,
For
it's low.
They'll probably kick it first
This
and
is
then
his
play that.
rapid rating, though, I think.
Yeah.
This is rapid.
What is-
1797.
I'd say we
What
go
is this,
B3
like
here.
around his-
It's a it's pretty much his blitz
Okay.
rating. Yeah.
Faster going.
He's trash.
Yep.
I'm trash.
No, wild hack is trash.
Yeah, I'm trash.
We still have a check with tempo if they ever move their rook.
Mm-hmm.
So this is exactly what I mean. I'm expecting
And I mean,
some
rook-
sort of situation like
Knight
this.
d3 is always just
And
to
white will win if
force their rook to move somewhere, I guess.
they can kind of leave this pawn as a
Yeah, just a
decoy
little
for the
tickle.
pieces, and then maybe get around.
Just
and
say hello a
take
little
these.
bit.
Black will
A friendly
win
hello.
We also can
if
reroute
this
this
rook
knight with a
can't
check. And he
get
can't
down
move
here and the pawn
Right.
stays safe.
Well, as long as
and
they're- yeah, if
black
their
just like
rook
picks up
moves.
this
Right.
straggler here. So this is not going to be a
on.
strong
We were
pass
thinking they're
pawn
gonna play rook
at
A1.
all.
I mean, we can also reroute it with the tempo on the rook though, so it's
Yeah.
just a
Top
matter
right
of where
is
we
Dixon Prime.
want to
Top
put
left
it. I still
is
I feel like any reroute with
the
knight
username
f3
you
is
see
gonna
here.
be
AG.
more
Wild hacks,
useful.
bottom left.
Yeah,
Or I mean, we
Eddie
could
the
even go
Endgame
like
Magician,
knight
bottom
g4,
right.
knight e3.
it has no squares then. Because
Well, if they eventually move this
oh,
pawn,
they play e5, yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Is there
And
going
it's
to be
just
another
it's
bracket
safe
with
there.
lower
again,
elo?
they're down
There's
to
never. We're never hosting this again.
So we don't have to like
Yeah,
every
you
time
are.
we drop these
Yeah,
knights.
you are.
All
Yeah.
of this was a mistake.
Unless their king
It's
walks
never
all
happening
the way
again.
up and we never make any progress. I don't
Yeah.
think we
I think
Is
once
there
we
a way
get, yeah,
to
once we
either
get this
mute
pass
one
pawn,
half
we
of
just
Eddie
need
if they have
to
an audio problem and they
just
start fighting?
not lose it, and then we'll
I think it'll happen
we'll just
naturally. I
win
don't
on
think we
time
have to
pressure.
intervene at all.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Eventually, Eddie's equipment will fail.
yeah.
I hope this game is
No, I think this is a pleasant position.
0.1 now.
We're
It's
It's the
definitely.
biggest
I
Eva
feel. I
Hamar's
think
move.
It's the
if like
biggest shit.
we're white
Even
is
Fabio
the only
can do this.
one that has winning
I can't
chances
believe
here.
that much space
Because like I think we were
between
discussing this before.
the
Like even
halfway
if just
mark
ignore
and
all
4
these
is really
pawns on the left
0.1.
side, like
Evil Bar
even
got
if they were
selected
up
right after
4-3,
this.
I think it's
Yeah.
still probably a draw. So
yeah. I mean, we don't want
2 minutes 36 seconds. I
no,
mean,
no, no.
The
But
lads over there are getting very low on time.
So
Okay,
they
so
want to
here's
play
the-
f6 and e5.
so maybe so.
Such a classic. Samism. Sam starts by being petrified of something, and he's like, well, we could just do this against that. And then Sam says, yeah, I was thinking about that as well. Okay. Interesting. This knight seems to be going nowhere, although I like that it covers the d5 square. Wow, okay.
Committal.
Yeah, interesting, interesting.
Morning.
Shalom.
Shalom. Iron Dome is here.
The Iron Dome.
Literally.
No.
It's a good double entendre. Appreciate that.
True patriot.
Is that Lean Raw Eric? Yes, Seth. That's Lean Eric.
Hey, Mason.
How you feeling, man?
I'm okay. I was chilling last night.
Yes.
I slept like 4.5 more hours. I'm doing great. That's a night of like
You were so
9+
chilling that
hours.
you literally introduced me 5 times by saying, "Hey, this is Felix. He likes 90 Day Fiance." That's all you said
Yeah.
about me.
Well, how else? Like, your chest is.
Anything.
I'm not going to say anything good about your chest.
Anything.
Do you want me to say you're from Philadelphia?
That's even better.
Not
Some variety. No.
I-
Look at that face.
Well, like,
I
I'm doing this
like
for
what
your
choice
benefit.
does Sam have here? He's just burning clock.
Yeah, you're not playing any move other than that. But they're arguing, that's why.
Oh, good.
Okay, so
Oh wow, you going for the hard stuff?
energy drink and snooze. That's right.
All right, dial in. Welcome to the Matrix. Starting to zone our friend the knight out there.
So this is what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
if white can just like send after these pawns and give this one up, I think that's white's path to victory. But if black can just kind of like mosey on over here and like kind of like take that pawn, then black will win.
Does he? I mean, in response to that, does he just go d5 and then after takes just goes basically e5 and then can just wait on the pawn?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not critical.
You would need to. Yeah, white will take and then come back to defend.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
at least white will be up a pawn in that line. But the time pressure is serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like listening to these guys argue, but
It can be perfectly even, but Sam's gonna find a way to lose.
93.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, if their G and H pawns are looking
just
quite
hosting
juicy to
MC?
me. I don't know about.
Oh,
you,
he sat
but
on the couch last night, quite
Yeah.
late, socializing.
No, we
you
can
know,
definitely switch
charity
gears and go over
work,
there.
etc. That he does on the couch.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just discussing your advocacy
I mean, we have
for
we have
women's
knight
health.
C4 even.
Yes.
I don't know. It does a lot,
No,
but
I was working pretty hard
I mean,
last night.
what
He
do
was
we do
talking
if
about
we
how the
play
patriarchy is
King C5
bad
here?
and stuff like
That's
that.
the best.
Like in my spare time,
oh,
like
look at that.
I'm an activist.
He's
Basically,
very
like,
active.
Rook
Mr.
B7, right?
Angry nerd rocker.
I would say Rook B7,
And then
Rook
Yeah,
B7,
MC, you
King
missed
C6.
But I appreciate the
And then
25
rook
subs.
We lost
Yeah.
Nerd Rocker.
Yeah.
we go after.
Yep.
Safe flight. Safe
He's
flight.
actually
while they're
already back home
Yeah, he said wheels down.
gallivanting.
because it's such a short flight.
So is there
Very
an
raspy
argument to
this
make
morning,
the
but
just
that's-
go
that's
Rook
usual.
B8 first?
Well, if Rook B8, they can.
Or you
start
get some 90-day fiance tonight.
Guys, we did indulge.
I guess
in
Rook,
truffle
yeah,
show
Rook
without
B7.
stream.
It just forces their king back one extra
but just
square,
to
which is
check
probably
it
nice
out.
to go Rook
Wasn't
B7
bad.
instead of B8 first.
Investigative
Yeah,
research.
I like getting
It's
the
getting
king
a little
away from
sad.
the pawn a little bit
You
longer.
know, it's,
Yeah,
once I
okay,
find out
Rook
someone's
B7.
from Calgary, it's.
Because I think it's either King C6 or they move their
Definitely
knight. Well, they can't really move their knight, so it's pretty much
No,
has to be
no,
King
it's a
C6 or
terrible
King
choice. Fall
D7.
asleep or-
Or sorry, King D6.
Anybody need a refill? Drink? Coffee?
We might have a coffee. Probably.
I like this. If white goes here, for example, 98 is
Critically strong. Rook never leaves.
I do not like this move they're considering. Okay, Eddie thought. Yeah, Eddie suggested it. Okay, so this pawn is actually gone. This one actually.
Well, he's not going A8. It's
Oh
nice
god.
first. Why they consider that? Yep.
Both moves they were considering were probably losing, fortunately.
We win that. Like so take, pawn takes, A6,
What if we play A6 right now?
they take with check,
We take,
take,
and they don't get a passed pawn. Because
and if they
our
take the
we
pawn, then we
A7.
play A7 and that's GG.
Yes. So now, if we take
And
their
then
knight
the-
right now, they got.
Then they, So it'll be knight takes e3, f takes e3, rook c2 check, king f3,
Yeah, we're baiting.
rook a2. And then we play rook b7 check and take grab g7.
Yep. I like it. This
I think
also
we
wasn't
just
what
trade-
they were
I
expecting.
think just the
Wins,
simple.
Probably not.
You can
Picking up the
pre-move
pawns
pawn
was the
takes
way to
now.
go because this pawn's not that dangerous.
So
King-
rook c2, king f3. Oh, they just do that right now. So rook
Check.
b7.
Mhm.
They're gonna go king c6.
Probably this.
Okay.
Um,
The a7 then.
a7 right now.
White definitely wants to
Yeah.
keep this now that.
Why not?
that
If
this
they're
man
letting us
is
get
getting-
this pawn.
Yeah.
Is
I mean-
rook b6 not better there?
Here. Mm. Then you don't get any of the pawns. That's the problem. It just called Stam a stupid cock.
There we go. That's what we're here for. Here we
Oh
go.
man.
Finally.
Sam, you stupid son of a. Eddie's totally disengaged from the game.
You say we lost now.
I'm talking to him.
Eddie's refused to speak.
He's going on a monk fast. He was screaming for Sam played G5, 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 and Sam played King E5. You stupid cock.
It's a grown man, by the way. He has multiple 401ks at this point.
You may have said fuck, but cock is so much funnier.
He has more than Sam's net worth in pure Settlers of Catan games in the background.
That was actually a game based off his life.
A little bit.
King f. Also, when they shuffle back, we have king f4. Maybe.
Yeah, then they check us.
Yeah, like this never does anything. You could
Yeah,
grab
we can
this.
grab that game.
Technically, it's draw.
We have time. We have a little bit of time here.
I mean, given the time,
Um,
Sam might be
Let's do.
Mm-hmm.
a draw might be the play.
Oh,
Rook
black
H6
should
check.
be happy with a draw.
King e5.
What we need to do is walk our king towards
H6.
the rook.
I think the king is just
Yeah.
always going like that,
What we're
but
gonna do
yeah,
is walk our
it's an
king all the
interesting
way
move.
to our a pawn.
The thing, we don't even have to protect e3 because as soon as they move their rook, as long as it's not with check,
I think now they're thinking
we
like, why don't we
queen
just
on the
do
next
this?
move. So
Go king e2.
I think the
Yeah.
problem is
just walk the king over to the
Black
pawn.
just
They
goes
can't
like-
stop us, right?
this.
Well, we're gonna make it uncomfortable for them. King d2.
Is king e4 worrisome? Ever?
Mm,
I think king e4 we play rook e7,
yeah.
actually.
I would be concerned. I think black can still win.
So yeah,
this,
king d2.
surprisingly.
Maybe rook e7 is the right play here. No?
Which one?
Rook e7 for white right now?
I think they're just gonna keep shuffling.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably hard to grind this out.
They're still arguing about G5.
It's good. It's good.
Being down a pawn in a rook endgame always feels like a loss until you're up a pawn in a rook endgame, and then it feels like a draw. Mhm. Eddie has PTSD from the last time Sam didn't listen. Okay. Wild Hacks offered a draw. AG declined the draw. Eddie wants to have the rook here and just chill.
Rook behind our pawn this time and try to do it properly. So now go rook h8.
So I think white, what they discussed was they want to do something like this. And then send that.
We're going to check them from the side, get our king
Yep.
in as far as we can, and then we'll get the rook behind our h-pawn, and we'll try to win.
We can
this
just
one.
start pushing.
I don't
Yeah, I
it's
think if we can get rook b4 or something, like
The
so
funny
we
thing
can
about
play king
this is
f4.
the king does a
Yeah.
pretty good job stopping it just on its own.
So rook b8.
But yeah, also this.
We'll check from the side. They go king f6, rook b4.
White plays
Because then we can also play e4.
Well, we still have to deal with these side checks and then them playing e5. But
Well, if they side check after that,
Sam's on black, so that won't happen.
fortunate.
okay.
so like,
Go rook
or do we
b1.
just, do we just go behind?
One of those broken telephone things where Eddie's like, "Don't play king f4."
They
and
go
the
rook.
audio
Rook
goes,
h2.
We go
"Play
rook g1.
king f4." What? King f4?
e4?
Well, that's
Yep.
mate, so I think they're gonna do
Because
that.
e4, f4.
I'm not a fan of this
to-
move
yeah.
unless
Yeah.
it completely forces a draw,
Fuck.
like
We are
What?
hanging
this or
h4.
something.
This is a draw now. Fuck.
Here, and then takes f5 here. That's not that
If
clear.
they play
f4.
and we take, they take
f4
on
takes
h4.
takes, then rook g4. I don't know if this is
Oh,
so
wait.
easy.
f4 takes.
So take. They
Don't we
take,
we can
we
push?
Yeah, maybe that could work.
Or,
Have to take.
like,
I mean,
this doesn't
take.
do anything, right?
crazy to consider anything
Rook
else.
g2 or something.
I think this is tricky.
Peter likes white.
I don't know. White looks very winning.
Is Eddie flipping shit right now?
Yeah, but he has no reason to.
Now white is totally winning.
Eddie's so salty. It's a good job, Sam. Got our king cut off on e5. Probably the best attempt. Very. I don't really see a practical hold. Maybe the computer finds a way to be difficult, but I think at its core, this is winning.
I mean, just rook a5 here, right?
Yeah.
You can push the pawn with pretty much unity.
Here, here, and here. They should be able to just kind of like inch everything forward slowly.
Around the outside, though. Get it.
Without dropping e4. I think is
Go
the
king,
goal.
go king d4.
You always want your king as
Yes,
close
yeah,
to the
no,
pawn
if
as
they're gonna let
possible.
us-
So the problem with this is like maybe white would just like, go like that. Now this.
Okay, so
would be
now we
very
have
good.
to kind of let their king in, but we'll play.
But if they trade off the pawn, we
Oh, they
win.
were
Like they can't take any of these pawns.
listening to them now.
as long as
I think they
we're
were apprehensive. About
any
this
trade that they
because
do of a
they
pawn
feel
is,
like they're cutting the
just
king
winning
off from
for
this
us,
pawn.
no?
Yes.
But I think this is
Unless they're
Way to
as
go.
long as their king isn't in front of the other one.
Okay, go
Rook
rook
a5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this better than
This is what I
doing it
mean. The
before,
engine's
'cause
no
now our
good at
king
evaluating
is
these.
it's on
All of a
d4 and
sudden,
we
it's
can
like,
support pushing that
completely
pawn.
winning. But yeah,
Now we're-
these are always winning.
Okay, so check them, or yeah, check them,
They go
If
back,
They go up,
and then
then
we check them again, and then we push
Right.
them on one square.
right?
This
You're
is
beautifully human
maybe not the
being.
best technique, but we're
I don't
good.
care what Felix says
Check.
about you.
Push the pawn.
h6.
not to nitpick.
Then
but
we do the
this
same
was
thing
probably a
now,
better
no?
move first.
I think so. Yeah, rinse and repeat, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they're
so they're
fucked.
just gonna do the same.
Now we
Actually,
block our- yeah. Okay.
so check.
Push.
Did
Yeah.
you just sneak in
Or
there?
actually, no, we can push.
Yeah, they should.
Because I'm
right
planning
now.
to get my
You can
check
push
over
right now.
weekends, one door sold out, so I got weekdays.
There we go.
What's that?
Now he's seeing the vision.
A lot of people.
Not going
Is
anywhere?
Wild Hack's not allowed to resign? Eddie will hurt him or something?
You
Not allowed to
yesterday?
resign, you said?
Yeah, Eddie will just hurt him.
Did I which, sir?
Did you wrap me yesterday?
Oh, yeah, I hope people.
Dustin, bunch of group of people. Dustin, and
I
hey,
heard.
I got this email, blah, blah, blah. Just we talked. Go ahead. I went.
They still can't
I go
take.
up, I was like,
I mean, it's made in 31. Let's just call it.
But this today was sold out. I got to take a weekday. All my friends are in the fan zone. I just go in. And not.
Who runs the fan zone?
Ask me.
I mean, he's right. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining that I didn't get in, but it's just the fact
Oh,
that-
I think we tried it.
yeah.
Honestly.
And then Migos came out and gave me a bracelet. That was funny. A bracelet. Guys, this is like a comedy skit. The guy's standing right there and watching her give me the bracelet.
Yes.
I turn around and I go, but I have a bracelet. He goes, I
Actually,
saw you. You told me you have no ticket and I have a bracelet. She give you. I was like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
was it the Russian?
No, some black.
I know him. Okay.
Uh,
That's right, Spencer. It should be simple.
I can try to help.
7.
King
no,
d5.
no. I wasn't expecting. Just 'cause Dustin got in, I figure I have a chance. I'm
King
not expecting-
c
Not supposed to.
or king e4.
King
Which
e4.
one are they gonna
Okay.
go with?
Yeah, we're gonna walk our king backwards towards their rook. Yeah,
F3?
F3.
That hang this pawn
No,
right
no,
now,
because then we queen.
right?
Pretty decent technique.
We
so
do have to
far.
be aware though, like that once our king starts getting far away from that pawn,
Yeah.
Here's the
Okay, rook check.
open a prayer. Yes.
Oh,
Little stalemate energy.
king f2.
there goes the eval bar.
Endgame edition.
Boom.
Boom. Wow.
Oh,
Eddie sees it, right? What?
Sam
Oh,
saw it.
sure.
I think Sam spotted it.
Oh, that's fucking okay. Let's see.
That's a Sam W. That's a Sam spot.
Okay, no, we got this. Okay,
Yeah.
King F5.
They take the pawn with check.
Rook e4
Oh.
is like a,
No,
like a
don't play that,
suicide
man.
move because
Yeah.
you're giving it up. And Sam did say, "Yeah,
King-
suicide, woo!"
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta play it. It's a draw.
Peru's been
Fuck.
rough for Sam.
Yep, there.
Dustin's tilted.
They didn't
right?
Why
take the
didn't-
pawn with
The
Why
lad
didn't they
could've
take the
taken-
pawn?
Could have taken
What
the
the fuck
pawn
are they
there.
doing?
I mean, it doesn't.
Okay,
matter.
now-
Run around.
Now we can play King D7, blocking our
Well, it's just
own
like
rook.
Check,
here,
check, check,
here.
check. Yeah,
You just can't go there.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yep. They fucked it. They fucked it. What are they doing? Oh, yeah.
what?
Why, Sam?
What the?
What am I fucking watching, bro? You had the idea.
I'm
What is
so
he going for a
confused.
win now? And then they give it back?
But they have it again now.
Yeah. Donated it back.
I'm so confused.
And now he's figured it out.
Because now here, here. What is going on here?
Any
Crazy.
No, we don't. King D6, they take the pawn. Fuck.
Okay.
No,
He
King
just
King
felt
F7. King
Sam
F7.
right
No.
there.
Fuck, no. Take it.
King F7? Well, we have mate threats now.
No, we don't.
What?
King G6. Yeah, we fucked this. We're so bad. Oh my god, we're so bad.
I mean, it was a draw. I don't know if we had a chance after. Once they got their king, yeah. I mean, it's just
Oh, some funny stuff.
a draw. Just take it, draw.
Go. Yeah. Go back. And now just tease them with King S7.
What was that Rook F8 move?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
King F7 loses on the spot, actually. So
Take their rook.
King F7 was
Oh, sorry,
Rook G7.
Major troll.
Holy.
Fuck, we're
What
bad.
the hell is that? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Fully had wins.
That is so
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Our endgame technique is
I-
so
I think
Yeah.
everyone needs to be interrogated after that.
yeah, that was
Shit. That was.
sad. Oh man.
I don't.
I'm trying to think in my head who made the more significant mistake.
I don't think we should have pushed the pawn to H7. I think we should have kept on H6 maybe.
Oh, we had Rook H6. Oh my god. Oh, that would have been such a good move.
Hey there, Eddie.
Rook H6
Oh.
would have been a killer move.
It's a fresh bag.
Can Eddie
Okay,
hear
is
us? Oh, there. Hey,
Yeah,
Eddie.
I can hear.
Eddie was wondering what you thought of that endgame, bud. It was actually swinging back and forth from win to draw, probably every other move.
Yeah, I did not have fun. You don't listen to me.
I think even though Sam didn't play G5, I'm not sure it made much of a difference overall because I think somehow you would,
Still isolated.
yeah, you'd get in the same end game. You'd be down upon no matter what. I think.
I saw that. I saw that later, Alman.
Mm,
Yeah, I saw that after you played G5, that H pawn was kind of left out in limbo.
right.
If I get to ditch a pawn, I want to ditch that one with my pawn on G5.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least if I have to like take a pawn, that H pawn will be isolated from the rest of them. I'd rather fight against an H pawn.
It's true, but if you play g5 and lose the h pawn, I think the next move would maybe have to be g4, right? Because otherwise white would be able to play h4 and get another pass pawn, which might be
Right.
tricky. But yeah, either way, the end game I think was the whole focus of this game. We can talk about the theory. Sam, did you finally concede going right into the Mora? You finally had the balls supported by Eddie there?
Yes, Eddie was just yelling at me, and I'm now less scared of Dustin's Mora.
Oh, I'm really
I-
scared of Nixie Prime Smith Mora.
I mean,
Yeah,
Holy fuck, he's an 1800, man. Scared of that.
got us a
Come on.
decent try in an end game that we could push. So that was the
Was that
fun of
all
that.
part of the plan there, AG and
we were
Dustin?
in theory till
That was our plan, pretty
Okay,
much.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, damn.
We went through and we're like on all the different variations, and basically all of them it was an imbalance, and we had an extra pawn on the
Yep.
A or B file, and we're like computer says draw, but it's a lot. White has all the winning
We have the
chances, so.
technique to win it, and we proved that we don't.
It's a
nice to
game
know
in
that the
ten.
boys are using. Nice to know that the
game
boys are
is
using
bad.
computers, and Eddie and I are using our brains.
Important moment I thought was 56. It was a long game, but 56, rook takes h4 instead of pawn takes pawn, just because
Yeah,
pawn takes pawn
that's
allowed
where
rook g4, and then I think white's winning. So that seemed like a key moment because that was the last time I think black had any chance in that endgame. Sam, did you guys ponder this move at all?
We missed
move,
rook h6.
56.
I did. Pondered it.
We missed
I
rook.
definitely
56. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying rook takes the pawn instead of pawn takes the pawn.
I was yelling at Eddie to take rook h4, and he's like, no, pawn takes 4, you idiot. And I don't know. It's kind of hard to go against the endgame magician. I wanted rook h4 because I saw after like pawn takes pawn, we take the pawn back and we're doing okay.
Yeah, I think pawn takes pawn
Okay,
is.
what happens on F5?
That's what we were considering also, was playing f5 after rook takes
pawn
h4.
on F5.
That's what we were gonna play.
I think you have to play f5 as white.
You're winning. I just gotta be winning, right?
No, it's
It looks close.
I don't
Not
think
winning?
so.
It looks close. The only reason I think it's still a little tricky is that black can maybe play a move like rook h6 to stop rook g6.
Like, you can almost get an
Don't-
out and
don't we
just
have-
swing your rook to the other stuff. I don't know, man. That looks bad.
Oh, it
Okay,
looks scary for
maybe-
sure.
Okay,
Yeah, so rook h6, rook a1, give a check. White plays king g4, there's rook e3, and otherwise, like I'm playing
King
rook
off.
e3, otherwise I'm checking.
off.
Yeah, rook e3?
King G4.
Yeah, king g4 after rook
Rook-
h3, and then rook e3.
check.
Uh-huh.
Rook check.
Yeah.
Rook check. Rook on A to A6.
Yeah, but after the check, your pawn on e4 is hanging.
So what? Push the button.
So,
Well, I don't think you're going to win if you lose your e-pawn, Eddie.
Yeah, King F5.
No, but then your king's in the right position
You're
for
fucking
the.
king f.
Well, yeah, after that, I'm just going to play rook e4, rook f4 check, and then just draw.
Take pawn.
Yeah, but I'm just drawing against the one pawn. I mean, it's a...
Okay.
That's
a.
It's a try for white, and it would scare me immensely, the f5. So the boys would play f5, and there'd be a lot of defensive effort. But unfortunately, pawn takes pawn.
Sam.
Was that?
And I'd have Sam to argue with.
I saw you gave Sam a few new nicknames this match, Eddie.
Oh, fuck, are you kidding me? I don't even be going. He didn't listen to me like at least seven
Eddie,
times.
Eddie, don't act like you were fucking perfect. You wanted to play king f6 when they had a pawn on h7 and just make a queen.
Yeah. That's true.
and just like yelling at me, arguing which move to make with like 1 second on the clock. I was like, I had to make a move, and this
You're
guy is
still
just like,
late,
hey,
and you had
why'd you talk to me? You can't hear me. Like, obviously, I can't make every use.
It's on check is what you played for, and then you didn't play it. Okay.
And he's all
I mean,
No,
smiles
but
after he swindles
I
a
called the
draw.
suicide look, and I wanted to take it, and then I don't know. Okay,
Everybody
whatever.
saw the suicide rook, man.
Not-
you keep telling
Okay,
me.
okay. So now take me to the suicide rook. Obviously, Dustin and AG got overzealous with this H7 rook A7. Really bad like construction because you're just handing an opportunity to the opponent. Other than that,
Yeah.
I thought you guys had great technique like up till then in the end game. But at some point, you either needed to just give up the H pawn totally and focus on your E pawn, or somehow get your rook behind the H pawn. I think those are like the two options.
So here they played King G7, right?
Yeah, King G7.
And we should have just played E6.
Or just Rook H6 is really the
Rook
killer.
H6 wins. Yeah.
Yeah, Rook H6, King H8, and then you just go with the king and the E pawn. King F4, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, Rook A7, and then Rook E4 check. And I'm sitting here thinking, Eddie and Sam, why the
They're gonna
heck
take
didn't
the
you
pawn as
lads
check.
play Rook takes E5 check after Rook E4?
He didn't play it.
No,
He wouldn't play
I was like, wait. I was like,
Shit,
yeah,
dude,
wait.
I
Why
knew it.
can't I take it?
Can't even listen to
I
this,
was
man.
saying, why can't I take it?
Man, I'm out.
And then Eddie was yelling check. Eddie was yelling check, not
I'm
like take
down.
the pawn check.
It's a game.
No,
Next
but-
fucking game, Sammy. I'll buy you a bagel. Let's go.
All
No,
right,
but
that was my
Eddie
last.
was-
I
Eddie
had
was
to
yelling
know
check.
because Rook F4 was played, King E6, and then Rook F8. Why Rook F8? Why not Rook F6 check and keep doing the checks?
Because that was Sammy's move. Because Sammy is so good.
Dustin is gobsmacked.
thi-
Look at-
I know. Okay. Let me explain what happened with Rook F8. Eddie was yelling at me because we didn't take the pawn, which obviously we should have taken the pawn. But for the next 30 seconds, while we only had 28 seconds on the clock, he was yelling at me to like, why didn't you make this move instead of like continuing the game? So then he's just like, oh fuck it, like do whatever the fuck you want
You
to
need
do.
to get a heart
Like,
rate
yeah,
monitor on
this-
Eddie.
what is he doing?
Eddie's, I think, digging his grave. Is that a Sam? Hey, gonna put Sam 6 feet under there for these comments. That might be for you.
2.8 seconds when I made
Oh,
that
yeah.
move. Like
Get rid of the stalemate threats, and then we have
Take
the E
myself
pawn.
out of all your shit.
I was yelling suicide Rook before Eddie was, and then he just kept saying no.
You
check,
you
check.
yeah, you nailed it, Sam. We did hear the comms on that. Credit to you for the suicide rook, but no credit to you for not continuing to suicide your rook.
Yeah, I guess sometimes when you have Eddie in your ear, like you kind of wanted to, I don't know. You sometimes
And
default to the-
I gotta throw some shade back on AG and Dustin. You guys messed up the suicide rook. You allowed it, but then after Rook F8, how come you guys didn't get out of it? Just like fucking basically at this point, you could take your rook from A7 and move it back to A1, and just
I
lose the H
played,
pawn
like,
and win.
4 hours of chess with Salty last night, and it has totally destroyed all my understanding.
All right. I'll get you guys into the next
I
game.
need to feel sorry for you. Hanging out in Bras in Toronto. You're out of your Nixu prime in mind.
I'm banned from all FIDE events.
All right.
Anal beat manufacturing.
I'll get you guys into the next match. That was ridiculous.
Because
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, you should.
Lots of lots of questions to be asked, but at the end of the day, it was a draw, which means next game wins this match. If Dustin and AG win, then they take the entire thing. If Sam and Eddie win, then we run it back, and obviously a draw will do Armageddon. So I'll throw you guys back in your rooms, and we'll get set for the next game. Obviously, colors reversed. Good luck.
No, it's because
You'll have fun.
All right, Nicola, thanks for the 1,000 bits for Eddie's therapy fund. Nicola Stoza. Thank you, Nicola. Hello to Blonde Maestro, Big Dill, D Burke. Thanks for the 15 months. Scotch 52, Land Beyond 33 with Prime, Eadwig, Sen and Leo, Mokod, ever. All right, let's get into this next game. 10 minutes, 10-second increment, and reversing the colors. Here we go. Could go back with e4 into the Sicilian. D is in Detroit. D is in Detroit. Let's see what these guys... It is kind of a funny move here. I'm wondering what the other guys think of it. Very
is there
odd.
another option besides taking?
Yeah, we could play knight f6.
And then they take queen a5. Is that the idea there?
Yeah.
I feel like knight f6 is more adaptable. Maybe.
Then we're trying to go in for some like Banco,
Taking a center pawn,
Benoni type thing.
I would do that every time.
Um,
Can't be recaptured by a pawn.
This take or knight f6, no?
yeah, we can just take.
I mean, we do end up we take in the other line. We do take that pawn, right?
Yeah. Knight c6.
B takes.
I feel like this is pretty good for black, but
Yeah,
Eddie
they
was
want to
talking
move a
about
piece 3 times in the opening just to give us another center pawn.
he was talking about playing reverse
open B
Grinfeld, so I
file,
feel like he wants
like-
to go here or here.
Sure. Sure. I mean, they probably don't take here now, right?
No.
So-
I think they play e4 or c4.
Mason, do you get annoyed when people
E4.
say like
Play knight
E for
c3
David?
too.
And
Yeah,
they
we're
don't
knight
use-
You don't
f6
use the
next
proper phonetic
and D,
alphabet?
Yeah.
d6.
Uh,
Or it's supposed to be
well, it
double.
depends what they play. If they play e4,
E?
we'll
Or
just
we
play
could
E.
just we could just
Doesn't.
Ah, okay, they're going for this.
C is in Charlie.
Okay.
Correct again, sir.
You're getting good at this. Would you like to join the
There is
military?
a line
Standards
here.
are
Can you
very-
spell
very
your
low.
name?
10-4, buddy.
are
Can
we
you
still
spell
doing
your name
hyper
phonetically?
still?
Well, we
Ideas
just
of
F is in
g6.
Frank.
All right, well, good try.
so yeah, g6.
We all fall down, bud.
Because this them taking here is never
Could've gone with
as long
F
as we
as in
don't play
Felix,
d6.
and-
That's never really a
But I think okay, so bishop to g7, yeah.
c3 or e3.
They can.
I mean, they have to do something with this knight. I don't think they're gonna take.
No. And I
And
don't
it's-
think they
if
want
they-
to play bishop e3 either.
I mean, I think Black's opening is just tremendous here. C4, rook here, and knight C3. The guys are both in a castle, probably. D6 drops this. It always starts calm, you know? Wild Hacks and Eddie. Dynamic duo.
Did they push B3 maybe? That seems kind of. I mean,
If they want to, they
it kind of fits into this Englishy kind of opening, but
I mean, this is not Eddie's stuff. This is definitely a Sam cook-up.
yeah. It's just it's a weird way to play a C4 position. I feel like, but maybe not. I don't know.
I didn't even know this could be the name of an opening, but the opening is called the Ready Opening. Sicilian
I mean,
Invitation.
why? I kind of want to play E5. I don't know why, but it's probably
Inviting
not a good
E4.
move.
The Sicilian Invitation. Today I learned.
Our knight just needs to answer where it's gonna go eventually, I think, and our pawns.
Hello, Johnny DJ.
I'm already not.
Team
crazy
Chess
about this,
Johnny.
but-
What's up, Sleazy?
So what are we gonna? How do we prevent E5?
I mean, this looks kind of obvious.
We could play it ourselves, but it doesn't look great.
Yeah, I don't love full on D6.
I mean, we could play it ourselves, and with the eventual goal of getting D5 in.
It's gonna be really hard to arrange without it being supported and it
You
being locked
suggesting
in by
move there?
2 pawns.
No. Not at all. I was heads down.
I think Queen C7 is what we gotta play.
And then we'll end up playing D6
This is my
after Bishop
instinct.
F4
Well,
or E5 there, and then we can get a rook behind maybe, and it's like Bishop
I think
C7 and then
Jemu,
D5.
that's correct.
yeah, okay, let's do that.
Bishop B7 might be their best place for our bishop if we're gonna try to get D5,
I think they want to go here.
and then we can play like
Or
rook
they
D8.
I was just kind
Um,
of worried about them playing E5 now. Queen takes, rook E1, and then I think we go like Queen D6.
You following the big update from Johnny DJ, Jason?
Queen C5.
All right. What am I learning from Johnny?
Well, if they push and we take, that's actually Bishop
Yo.
F4. No.
Oh, is that what that means?
It's replacing Yo.
Hopefully they
Johnny,
don't see that.
You're an open book, my friend.
Well, then we're just.
I see politics in your future.
We're gonna have to play like rook E8, I think, you know. Or sorry,
Knight
knight E8,
E8,
knight E8. I keep
That's-
that's like the 10th time I've called a knight a rook today, and I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay.
Okay, E5.
I'm looking at this. What's that?
Thruple Island? Wait, is Eric watching Thruple Island? You're gonna watch Thruple Island alone? Okay, listen, you can't watch a show about polyamorous activities alone. Like, that defeats the entire purpose of the poly lifestyle. He's trying to watch Thruple Island alone, which doesn't make sense. You need at least 3 people to watch Thruple Island.
Later.
Mumbling.
He's,
Going around mumbling.
I think he's tilted that it's daytime.
He's not used to like seeing light.
Oh, the sun.
What is this?
Wait, is that Beefkins on an alternate account?
And he's on tilt because Sam can't hear him, so he just took the headset off. He put it down and he's still speaking.
I don't think he understands how microphones work. The technology wasn't around when he was growing up.
He's always here, MC. He's here last night. He's very active. He's doing well, I think.
Beanie Cam.
White's got a nice position.
He'd make a great pilot the way he controls.
Queen B6 only move.
Is it?
Just watched.
Unless
like,
we
all
don't
of
care
the
about
Masters
dropping
of
the spawn.
Air. I think
No,
Eddie
we
was
care.
actually around for that.
Oh, yeah, we care.
C5 looks like a mistake, but it had to
I
be
mean,
played.
this rook
was
is stuck
mandatory.
defending their e4 pawn.
But yeah, this
So,
is pretty
I
nasty.
think we have.
If Black
if they
gets a
play
knight
queen
here, though,
D6,
it's all
we have to
good
play
again.
Rook C8.
Rook c8.
Because we need to defend C5 one more
Isn't
time.
that like the four,
Queen
four
D6
move
hits.
problem with
Right. Well, I mean, we'll end up a takes.
diagonally
No.
across the
No,
board?
but they'll take with the bishop.
Take at least 4 moves to get to that spot.
Oh, like
Mhm.
oh yeah, they'll just
Mhm.
yeah, I see.
It's
Yeah.
the
Almost
worst.
impossible.
It's the slowest.
Isn't
worst
it also hitting the
coordination
spawn?
here for Black?
Queen d6 is hitting e5.
Yeah, but that's less scary because then we can play knight
Like
takes
yeah,
E4,
knight takes e4.
and we have at least some ideas.
I mean,
Okay,
this
so rook
is a
C8.
damn solid move.
I'm just looking at it one more time. So rook c8, queen takes, pawn takes. That's disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean we don't have much choice. We're the ones worse now.
Low J Bell. Very tough position. I
Because
agree.
taking knight
No.
takes is not really.
Just loses.
Yeah.
Nasty move.
That we're gonna have no way to protect.
Yeah.
our-
Big move from the guys here. I think that was the only one.
I mean, they could just start gaining up.
Well,
They're
you
probably
have
gonna
to be
play this,
careful
if I had
about
to
their
guess.
e-pawn as well, right?
Yeah.
We're hitting it twice.
Maybe rook fd8 so we can move this knight somewhere, or e8 maybe. No, e8 looks bad because takes, and knight d6.
Okay.
They kind of have knight d6 now still. No.
Interesting. I don't think this is so
yeah, but then we
bad.
play rook c7.
Rook c7.
Exactly, J Bell. And after this gets played, Eddie will say, Sam, you fucking cuck. Why did you play bishop b2? We should have played knight d6. Wait for it. I like Black's moves. I know Black's worse, but they have a plan. White's playing well, playing better, but Black's resourceful. So it could flip just with this maneuver. But let's see if Wild Hacks and Eddie can keep up the pressure. That's a Kantiism. I think they're discussing knight c6, rook c6, rook d5, but I'm not sure why, because rook c6 would blunder d7, so I don't know what line they're calculating with rook d5. a4 is a great move. But you know, Black has this happening. Got to be careful. White should probably station this bishop there in general. Okay, they're synchronizing here. Oof.
Take. So take.
Wonder why the guys
I
felt
mean,
the need
obviously,
to
if
do
they don't
this.
take, we take a4. So take.
Yeah, so you can pre-move takes back. We're up 2 minutes. Try to salvage this best we
I
can.
think we have to go rook b8 first after this exchange before we do.
I would
knight.
just take
Oh,
it. I don't
'Cause
see
then
what the
they'll-
problem
they can
is. White has
push
this
and-
as well.
Well, after takes, they can play knight or rook to d5, hitting.
I feel like
both
you're just gonna be up a
d5
pawn here.
and c5.
That's a not friendly move.
Oh fuck.
But like, I mean,
Okay,
we take a.
I
We
don't
take
know if I like
a5. They
this.
take here, and we take
rook's trapped.
b3.
Our rook's
I
trapped.
know, but is that even? We have a passer after that.
Opposite bishops.
Morning, Dylan.
Knight getting
So
in
like
here.
a takes a4, bishop takes c5, a takes.
It's a good move, but like
b3,
it almost feels
bishop
bad to
takes
win the
f8,
material.
bishop takes f8,
Protein shake? I
What
love
up?
a protein shake.
What about if
or
we,
king
what if we
takes
play knight
f8, and then we
c7
play
here?
b2,
What if we play knight c7 here?
You want Dill's protein?
Those protein I do, but
and bishop takes c5.
And then knight
those Louis
to
Vuitton protein.
or sorry, rook to e8.
Okay, and we're dropping a pawn.
I mean,
It might be our
the
only
alternative
shot
is to
though.
play d4 and then
That looks gross though.
yeah.
Oh, you are?
Classy
It
move
looks gross,
from
but also how do they get in?
Sam and Eddie.
Like we play b4,
Maybe this? But
knight
you're gonna get
c7,
killed
knight
by
e6,
that.
knight d4.
I think they might get interested in this.
And if they ever trade it off, we have opposite bishops, and it's probably a draw.
It just looks so bad.
I mean, knight c7, bishop c5 just feels like it's just terrible. Because they can even just go like rook d7. Well, I guess then we.
Honestly, I think this is not that bad. Because you'll get your knight swinging here with tempo. I think it's
Okay.
probably not that bad.
I mean, I think every endgame is lost if we go b4. Because we have no real way to attack their b3 pawn.
Yeah. Our only hope in that position is that we get our knight to
They
d4
could
before
try
the rooks
this, but like,
infiltrate.
Yeah.
And then they can't really push this pawn ever. Like they may play f4
but this
there,
pawn will
though.
drop. It's no good. Still have to play
I
well,
mean,
but white has the
b
clear
takes
edge.
a4, bishop takes c5, like, or doing the
Oh
exchange
yeah, I
for
guess you could
this
take
pass
this way.
pawn.
It's
Is
much
that
smarter.
an option?
Yes, good point.
Well, we're getting one pawn for the.
We're getting a pawn for the exchange, and it's a passer.
Still seems good for white.
Okay, so we're getting one pawn and we're getting rid of a key piece. I just think
And
that they're going to track down our passed pawn so quickly. Like, we don't have enough stuff to defend it, so we're going to lose the pawn.
well, takes,
Something like
takes,
this.
takes. Bishop takes.
They put a rook on our pawn.
I think pretty
We put a
decent
rook.
chances to hold a draw, though. I have
They
to.
push. We can
I
play
have to
like
say.
bishop a3.
40 months with Prime from Shin. Thanks a lot. Just for the
Yeah,
meme.
and then try to get our
Thanks
knight
for the
around.
year.
I mean, it's
risky.
I don't know. I mean, I think like
This is a big
if
decision
we're
for the
lost in
boys.
every other endgame anyway, I feel like that's the most
1,
counterplay
2,
that we
or
have
3.
right now. The only other option, I guess, is the knight c7, and we drop the pawn right now.
Yeah.
But like that's
Okay.
they're still gonna
Let's
just
go for the exchange sack. Let's try it.
They took this way. I also made the same error as my instinct. So
I guess we should have taken maybe on. Well, no, it doesn't matter.
well, I just because otherwise they'll have
if you take here, then black can save the rook. Ahead, he's cutting out, but he's making the right point. Don't take the rook because it's trapped. He said, if you don't play rook b1, I'm disconnecting. That's what happens in team chess. The insults go to the lowest common denominator. AG, not from Alberta. Justin from Edmonton. They're the Alberta cucks. You know, it's just... He's roped in there with them. I think black needs this. White's playing well. White's playing very well, in my opinion.
I mean, so after this trade, if that's what we do, we play like bishop. If we get this, that's and like knight
I
96.
think
like
they want
if we
this.
have bishop d4, c5, and knight e6, that's kind of
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try to make a fortress. So take bishop
Here?
c5.
So
Yep.
I think they want this, but that's wrong
like
to me.
here.
Like here, you already lose something.
Uh,
I
They
think
have rook b8
I
check.
think this
and
is the
then
way to
rook
go.
c8.
But they're trying to put the bishop here, play c5 and knight here. I think that's wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, we could just still go knight e6, and
we have to.
they can't ever hit this unless they
Rook
take
here,
our
bishop there, c5.
knight.
I think this is going to be a win for
Yep.
white. Looks very
Knight
convincing,
e6.
to be honest.
Go bishop d4 and knight c5, and then we can just shuffle our king.
So he's right. This is probably the best try.
We're just gonna go bishop to d4, bishop
Yep.
to c5, bishop to d4, bishop.
Well, they're
to
gonna go bishop h3 maybe.
Okay, yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
we want them both on dark squares. Right?
Knight c5 is
Yeah.
good because you can make your own threat here. It's not completely cooked, but white is in the driver's seat. Big time. No, it'll be right now,
knight
Jingo.
c5, and at
It'll
least
be
we're
back to
hitting
back.
e4. It's a target, I guess.
Eddie
I
and
don't see how
Wild
they
Axe, yes,
target
looking
f7
spirited,
either with
exactly.
their-
King here. Most likely. F4 is fine. Nothing wrong with F4. I would have played King E2, but
I'm back. I'm engaged. Scale 1 to 10, how freaking mad is Eddie right now?
not at all, because he's up material. The only thing that's slowly getting to him is that Eddie's mic truly doesn't pick up all his words. It's not the best mic. And so Sam at some point is like, I just didn't catch that last one. And he's like, he takes the headset off.
He could trade in like 6 Catan games and he could buy a new microphone that way.
Barter system.
Yeah, that's what he's used to. He's before the gold standard got repealed, so
He can go to the bank.
exchange Catan for gold.
Not a bad time to have
It's
gold.
the only currency he actually has.
King cut off is killer here. This bishop needs to be involved. There's some stuff here, but there's always a check to bail you out.
I can't wait for Sam to throw this and Eddie flip shit.
Else, yeah.
Okay, they're just waiting. They're full waiting. Doing absolutely nothing.
I'm just hoping they go king d2, king c2,
Demanding commitment.
and they try come all the way around through the light squares, and they make it to b4, and then
Grand
they
tour.
get knight
Yeah.
king.
Sam's
Six
right.
That's our only hope.
we can always hope.
Angel.
Thank
This
you,
is
Dill.
looking pretty disgusting. I mean, they're gonna start getting low on time though, and they're gonna start to. They could
Yeah.
panic.
We fucked up a win, right?
Oh, that's not fun. That's not fun at all.
Hmm. I guess you gotta
Knight
take.
g5.
Yeah.
Not a lot
So
of good
bad.
moves for Du Bois here.
Uh-oh.
G5.
Truffle
G5.
Island,
Rook
you
takes.
gotta.
Pawn
It has to be a
takes.
certain.
No other pawn to hit their rook.
We ran out of other things to do that night.
Yeah, it's something. It's
Right
something.
now the day is
It's
bright.
something.
You know, there's possibilities still.
Protein shake.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
'Cause Rook, yeah, Rook takes, E takes. I mean, you just
F5 resigns. This should be. That should be GG. Wow, they're agreeing on moves. What is this sorcery? Because yeah, this and that should be enough. I don't know why Sam wants h4 so much, but I guess so.
It prolongs the game so that he can stay in a winning position before returning to a losing position in the next game.
I don't know why he's so hopped up on h4. What does this do? I mean, everything's winning, but
Okay.
rook check and I'm erect. I feel like it was so simple. All you need to do was check bishop h5, just like promote. Ooh, I don't know about that.
I mean, he could literally just trade the rook off for the knight at this point. It's still totally.
Sam is so excited to blunder all his pawns.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Eddie flipping out yet?
Never seen a guy so happy to blunder. Eddie wants this. So interesting because like none of those would be on my mind.
Just consolidate, you fuck.
Like the pawns attacked, I feel like king f3 is
Just consolidate. Simple, simple.
somewhat safe. So gotta go here.
Oh yeah, repeat moves, Sam. Good job. One more time, Sam, for the boys.
Eddie's camera's starting to, he's serious. Now you can do it. There you go. One way or another, they're making it to the finish line here, folks.
How much vodka do you think is in Eddie's Gatorade?
Okay, knight to
Very light Gatorade.
knight to f6.
The only other thing maybe I was thinking was we could play knight c3 and then start walking.
We can still do that.
Okay,
So
that's
obviously, this is a
King
no-go.
f8. Yeah.
I think so.
No, we hung our knight.
You know?
Oh,
Winner's
yep.
on.
Okay. Ugh.
That means the boys are doing the run back. Let's get them in here. Hello, gentlemen.
Woo! Oh, sorry. Hey, I'm on.
Hello, Sam, Eddie. Sam, what are you feeling right now? That was the first match that you guys just took down there, so you've earned a rematch.
I hope this is
So
like
listen.
really messing up their schedule for the afternoon.
I hope so as well, Eddie.
I'm on. I gotta say, this is the first game that we played versus Dustin and AG where they didn't have Uncle Sammy, Stockfish me, I guess, play the first 20 moves for them. And what I noticed about Dustin is that he's kind of he's like bad under time pressure. He's not bad. He just like doesn't have the 3800 elo that Stockfish has. So when it's time for him to come up with moves under 5 minutes, not as easy. And this is the first game where we proved that if it's just the minds working, just the chess speaking for itself, that Eddie and I can really put them under pressure and convert a nice advantage.
Well, Dustin, I mean, obviously you weren't in your Mora here, so by Sam's logic, you were significantly weaker. Did it feel like? I mean, do you guys prefer when you're in your prep, Dustin, or it doesn't really matter?
Kind of mixing plans. Like we started to go for one setup, and then we changed to another setup, and then we were trying to play too many different setups, and then it just didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing that as black, you can get punished really quickly, and then that's what happened.
Yeah, E5.
So-
That seemed very committal. Pawn E5 from
Yeah.
black. Yeah, from you guys. I guess you were in between like different things. I thought, knowing you and the setups you play, Dustin, I thought you would go maybe D6 there.
I wanted to go D6, but I was worried about them playing E5 anyways, and then us taking and them taking. And I was like,
Okay,
that's
when
not
I
sure,
say
but-
D6, the queen's on C7.
We were scared of bishop f4
yeah.
at the end of those lines at some point, though. I guess, but that was.
Okay,
hold on.
you mean some weird? I mean, I don't buy into it, but some weird tactic
So,
with rook E5,
yeah,
bishop
instead
F4.
Instead of E5 there, if we played D6.
Yeah,
So D6.
yeah, E5. It's any way you want.
Yep. E5 anyways.
This
We
looks pretty
take.
suspicious. Rook takes.
No, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. You go like queen C5, and you have a bishop G4 discovery at the end as well, right?
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's something, but hey, at the end of the day, that's only a pawn exchange. That's not even a tactic for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we should have went D6.
Yeah, E5 was
Right.
committal. I thought that
Didn't like
Sam and
E5.
Eddie pounced pretty nicely on that. After black played E5, we saw just
Yeah, their
B3,
position is
bishop
so
A3.
easy to play. It's annoying. They can't
Exactly.
even mess it up.
Exactly. That's the thing. The guys really just had easy moves to play, and they did.
Eddie put it very like nice and politely. They have a fucking gaping hole, is what he said. And we gotta jump in there.
Yeah, knight B5, queen D6. That's exactly what I would have done. I thought that the boys were fairly resilient with rook C8, and knight E8 was a pretty good defensive move. Same with bishop C6. And then really, I don't know, AG, take me through it, man. Why the hell did you guys play B5? It looked like just not necessary, but you guys must have felt that it was.
Yeah, I think we were afraid of any sort of endgame. I mean, we were kind of going between trying to play knight c7 to e6 to d4 and just hoping that would be a fortress somehow. I think I think it was just a matter of we were trying to create some counterplay. We thought that we were still just maybe screwed there. We weren't going to get to d4 in time.
You'd rather do something than nothing, basically.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, B5 was
I mean,
pretty
we
committal.
also just kind of missed that Bishop A3 was going to be a
That
big
was a
sucker
thumper.
punch to the.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. That was a thumper. Who do we give credit to on the other team there? Bishop A3 was nice.
Um,
What do you think?
what do you mean? Who do you think? I said that too. I said Bishop A3, Bishop D6, and Eddie was like, I don't know.
No. I'm not talking about
You-
Bishop A3, Bishop D6. I'm talking about Bishop A3 after B5.
That was Eddie. That was Eddie.
Okay.
Eddie's
That was Eddie,
Eddie's
that was
the art
Eddie.
taken again.
It's a
Yeah, I
nice
thought-
move.
That was Eddie.
It's a nice
Now
move.
that you pointed, I really don't know why we thought B5 was like a necessary move. It just like I think we both just kind of said it, and it was we thought it was just
Yeah,
something
it
that we
can
needed to
happen
do,
when,
and
when
it-
you're in like a slightly worse position and you know it, you get antsy. But spending like
Yeah.
more time in chess and looking at the engine eval will always remind you like you never have to do the crazy shit you think you have to do.
yeah, yeah. I mean, because like Knight C7 does just make way more sense, to be honest.
Yep, knight c7, knight e6. Maybe you even lose a pawn, but hey, you get that great knight on d4. Maybe opposite bishops you can
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
I think it's a much better attempt.
And I thought there was, I mean, after we sacked the exchange, basically, I thought like obviously it was worse,
Well,
but
they
we
played
still had
actually-
we had something. We had
Go after the
it was
pawn
something.
before they-
Agree. I'll just say that maybe you guys should have taken the pawn the other way on
That's
c4.
what we
As soon as we played it, we're like,
Yeah.
should have taken the C pawn first.
Because Sam and Eddie, I guess, instead of their pawn takes a4, if they had taken on c4, and let's say we do the exact same thing as the game, bishop c5, pawn b3, rook b1, they can grab
Yeah.
rook takes a4, lose the b3 pawn, play knight c7, and yeah, they lose the rook, but it's the same thing as the game minus your c pawn for white.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think it's a slightly better chance for black.
Right.
Yeah, still worse though.
Yeah, because then they have like knight d5 and knight d4.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It's just and the
Yeah.
rook's on the board, which I think is actually relevant for black. That helps the drawing chances.
Right.
But yeah, I actually made the same mistake in my analysis. I just took on a4 with the b pawn because I was like, oh yeah, this is the normal move, and then it's not as good as b takes c4. I thought you guys were
Right,
pretty cooked
yeah.
after that. I can't lie. The technique from White was pretty
Yeah.
nice, and AG and
Maybe
Dustin,
less
and I don't
technical.
think latched onto the right defensive coordination. Maybe knight e6 after rook takes b2 and heading into d4. So the knight on d4 guards c6, and then just kind of try to hold from there. Bishop c5. Unfortunately, you guys are just dropping the c pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of realized that a little too late as well. Basically, it was one of the we played bit and it was like, oh, they can just check and play rook c8. Yeah, and it was after that, it was just a hope and a prayer that
was,
they were
yeah,
walk into a fork or something.
You're up against the endgame magician and the likelihood that his moves make it to Sam's ears at that point.
It's not very high. I will say I like the conversion at the end.
It
Like
was pretty
H4
nice. Yep.
and bishop g4 to give up the e pawn, but to go back to bishop f3. I think that was like the nice part because I just was like I wanted to teleport the bishop to d5.
Yep.
I thought that was a nice clearing sack. I guess it was not really a sack because we exchanged pawns.
No, the technique was good. Rook b8, rook c8, everything was pretty nice. You kept the king cut off at the end, and then f5 was really sweet. Winning the f pawn, winning the knight. Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game. Pretty much took advantage of their e5 move from the moment it happened till the end of the game. So
Yeah.
pretty nice, and honestly creates a rematch. Eddie said he was excited. Hopes that maybe Nitsud Prime misses his flight here.
Let's just put more points up.
Speaking of
Try
that,
not to do
let's
that.
get the next match going.
That's right.
Yeah, at least we didn't lose like every single game. There was some naysayers in chat from the last match that like
That's right.
Eddie said that Dustin and AG were like minus 500. Like Eddie and I had no chance. I'm happy that we at least got one win in. You know, we're not complete patches.
Well, I will run it back. It's literally just the same format again, but now truly is the last match. So best of two. We'll obviously flip the colors from this. So Dustin and AG will get the white pieces. 10 minutes, 10-second increment. You guys know the drill. I'll put you in your separate rooms. Best of luck for this second match. Now it really is winner take all.
Can we have like two minutes? I just want to see if I could turn off Eddie's noise suppression.
Yeah, well, I'll give you guys a couple minutes anyway. Make sure you get your screens up, and then we'll get started. So yeah, I'll put you in your rooms though.
Awesome. Thanks.
Alrighty. The last best of 2. Hello, Tim. Hello, Omid. Dustin and AG got this then. No doubt in my mind they adapt quickly, says the drip god, Meezy Malik. Let me drop in on Sam and Eddie to say thanks for his resub. I think that was Eddie, wasn't it? Hey there, Eddie. I just wanted to interrupt and say thanks for the resub, Eddie, the Endgame Magician, 74 months. Appreciate it, buddy. He said, okay. Thanks, Ministry of Repair. For the Prime. Can chat have their own 2 minutes as well? Granted, but it'll be during the game. You can all have 2 minutes. All right. Looks like we're ready. We're going to fire it up here. Dustin, AG on the top. This time they lost that first match, which means winner take all now. Bracket reset, exactly. Here we go. Wow, they're going right back into it. So what do you guys think? Are they going to repeat the exact same game? Honestly, AG and Dustin, we did a little analysis on it, like I did as well. I mentioned a few things. So are they going to go, both of them, into that exact same endgame? Damn. Damn.
All the way to the stalemate.
What's that?
All the way to the stalemate.
These guys are stubborn. No one's going to deviate. Straight to stalemate, I think.
How's it going? What a beautiful day. Like, it's hard for me.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
It's very
Gorgeous.
hard for me to mobilize.
The dream team of Wild Hacks and Eddie got the bracket reset. So we're in the last couple games here.
Oh, they won the losers bracket. Like
Yeah,
they caught
exactly.
up.
They caught up. They won the first match.
Takes.
Alrighty.
Takes the rook.
MC says, Eric, it's a beautiful day for 90 Day Fiance.
There's a chance I can do a 90-day fiance stream.
So now
tonight,
they're
Right.
king
but
of
I'll
eight or
have
knight takes
people with
e4. Are they
me
gonna
in
try?
person.
Yep, those are the two options that we saw.
Yes, they tried knight takes e4. Last
We
time.
were saying e5, right?
Yeah,
It
we'll
is
do
beautiful
yeah.
outside. Yeah.
So we
That's
can't
king
watch
f1
any of
or
that
king
this
f8?
evening, but there's a chance.
Or something like that. What were we saying?
Yeah, that was e5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second glance though, it almost doesn't. I don't really know if that's.
Over.
I guess it's still good.
Has Robin left, or is he still
No,
here?
he's in town, but there's sightseeing.
There's sights
Okay,
to see
so-
here.
All right. Well, this is.
I don't think we go
There
e5.
are other sites to see.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
That's for
I
sure.
think
Well, you saw what the fans
Um,
did to Zephy.
We could go a3
Very
again,
nice.
and
Fully
but that's still.
Like there should be like a South Park episode about like the effects of the fan zones. Like I
Were
can
we
see
saying
it.
knight d4 maybe?
a3 they have.
Getting a little cancer.
Right.
Women are weaker to its effects.
Hey, learner.
Um,
Oh, I streamed on Twitch this week, buddy. Yeah. Covered Aryan's tournament.
I don't remember what our
That's right.
What do
plan
you do
was
in this
here.
tournament?
Was it just 95 or anyway?
no, I don't think so.
So they changed a move here. Fascinating. Enthralling. Big Mora theory from these guys.
God damn it, are we in a theory
So
game
I
again?
think it's
I've
G.
seen
I
this
feel like-
episode.
e3.
Could you actually
G3?
admit right now that
Yeah.
you would rather watch the candidates games for
Oh
excitement?
no.
Ooh, that's reaching. What's the time control on that?
That's a classical
8
event.
hours.
Oh,
It's 8 hours.
What was that?
it's 8 hours?
Yeah.
This is also 8 hours.
And an hour increment.
I mean, a3 b4 is not. Is that really
Was
a threat?
modified. They're deep
Well,
in
we
the
can't
book.
take, and if they take, unless you want to play.
This is Eddie's theory against Dustin's theory. Which one will hold up? Eddie's big chillin'. You guys
I
have
guess
12
I'm
minutes
just,
here.
I don't like after e5 they play knight d5, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what our plan was after that. 'Cause I know this. There were two
Maybe
lines
it
that
was
were like
a3. Maybe it was just okay. We play a3 now. We keep the pawn. I think it was.
a3 b4.
How many saw? Well,
Yeah.
Eric
That was
would.
still
but
like,
he's gotta-
and we
he's gotta
just
go.
And we
do
play
what?
rook d3.
I don't know what it would take to keep
Rook
him.
d3.
Rook d3, and they take.
It's also,
and
as Mason can
Yeah.
attest,
Let's go a3.
not the most exciting because you can't.
I think that's what
hear
it
the
was
rage.
actually. Yeah.
That's right. I'm actually only here to farm Eddie's rage.
Because then we still have the rook b3
Well, Eddie's not
ideas that
even
we
there
had in the
yet.
last game,
So,
and they're stuck in
The
front
rage
of
is
it.
boiled over.
yeah. Eddie can't take Dustin's Mora seriously. I can tell. I'm against that decision. I would have maybe preferred this, but it's hard to tell. Sometimes you go here Go e5. Yeah.
That was a good big yawn, Felix. Nice.
Yeah.
The problem I have with this is the knights are so bad at defending A pawns or H pawns. Obviously, it's equal, it's draw, but let's see. Robotics Bay, thanks for the 9 months. Welcome back. Is that a narrow?
Why is he summing this narrow?
Go. Let's shuffle. We.
Mm-hmm. White can't really move the king because of the pawn. Can definitely offer to trade knights. If these knights disappear, white, I think, wins. These are always riskier for black because it's the classic case of like you have to win this pawn, but let's say you like go after it. Obviously, it can move, but you also lose pawns over here.
You just go back with the knight if he plays e3.
Here,
No. If the king kicks the knight, you just go back with the knight.
yeah, probably here. Have to deal with this.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm wondering, does he go f6?
Yeah, might be necessary. This is always just bothersome. But after this, maybe you can go back. I don't know. Usually, the knights are so bad against the pawns because as soon as you attack it, it just moves. And you take like 3 moves to attack it again, and it just moves again. It's really annoying. And when this goes, the king goes, then maybe the king can walk in. Oh, this looks bothersome to me. So f6, knight e4, wins on the spot, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at this. But I think you might have to go here. I think they're...
So,
Yeah, okay, Eddie saw it. That's GG. Should be. I mean, I'm not... Yeah, that has to lose. So that they can do this and then that, or they can go here and then that, trying to trap the knight.
What are the like knight d5 check?
Then we just walk our king either over towards our A pawn, because we're still hitting 2 of their pawns at the end of the day. One is threatened to be taken with check. Okay, so I would go.
King d3 walks into knight f4.
Yeah, we don't want to go king d3.
We could go king d2.
King d2.
Do like king d2, king d4.
King d4 is like the move everyone wants to play. Because it's the most aggressive.
Okay.
King d4, e5, king c4.
Yes, they have 10 minutes and 7
so
minutes for
king-
knight endgame.
Only problem with king d4 is maybe they can play e5.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, so king d4, e5.
Only reason you wouldn't put your king on d4 is if somehow you were bothered by like
And then we're
We
gonna
can
e5.
even go king e4 there, because they can't play f5 anymore.
Right. Okay, let's go king d4.
Mm-hmm.
King d4, knight f4,
g3.
g3, knight e2.
Yeah, I think
Check.
after e5, I'd probably go c to c4.
Doesn't lead to anything.
King c4 and they have no checks. Or we could walk closer to their. We could walk back.
Well, yeah. I mean,
MC, I
I
don't
feel like
I don't even think
our
Eric's in the
king is
house.
wanting to walk like
Yeah.
We have the fan zone,
around this
remember?
way
We
because
wanna-
it's never
we
it
wanna
can't
threaten
attack the
forward.
pawns directly.
Yeah.
We're still threatening to win a pawn right now.
Let's go king d4. We need to save our time for when we need to be accurate at the end. I mean, we need to be accurate right now too, but yeah.
Only white should win this.
If we can ever force a trade at this point, I think we win. So
Yes. That's pretty certain.
e5,
King c4.
king c4, and now it's just like we can almost just start pushing this eventually. Like it's
My question is, what are they going to do after this?
knight
Or are they going to
f4,
take it?
g3.
Yep.
The good thing is you can't get forked when you have a knight by a knight because it will defend it.
Well,
So
they can fork our pawns.
yeah, but you can fork the pawn.
But they,
I think they're talking about this. This looks a little annoying. I feel like the only attempt is this, but it feels so wrong. It's a tough position. Say what you want, but even though it's the easiest draw, all I've seen is Dustin and AG outplay Sam and Eddie nonstop in these drawn endgames. You like that one? Wild Hack's really giving us the what she sees view, says Airtive.
You knew the comment I was laughing
Yeah, I
at.
knew you were. he's Stan.
There's like a midget Peruvian girl over there.
F5 to play E4. Definitely. Sorry, to E5 and E4. It's a good attempt.
We are winning here.
I think king c4, right? Because king d3 walks into knight f4.
Yeah, king c4 is forced.
We're pretty much playing knight to g5 no matter what.
Does knight
Right.
b6 followed by check better? I don't think so.
I
Not
mean,
only could
unless
white
they play
prevent
knight
e5
b6
with
check,
f4, but knight b6, e5.
but then we go king
Now you just play
g5.
king d3, you know?
Okay, g3.
Bam DZ, thanks for the 49 months. Tier 3 from Bam on
Yeah, that's
to
our only option, right?
our 5th year together.
Wait. So they want to go
They want to go what? Knight h3?
right there. Yeah.
So g3, knight h3.
Knight endgames are so goddamn tricky. Swear.
f5.
But white's
F4.
far ahead because you can push this, the
f4
king has to
takes,
go, and then
takes. Oh, shit. So g3, knight h3, f4
I guess we can go f3 as well.
takes, f3, knight g1, and then we can play f4.
Yes, because okay, this makes sense.
Yeah, so knight h3, f3, knight g1. Because f4 right now is.
Yeah. So let's go f3 now.
Are they gonna play e4
We'd
maybe?
welcome that. We'd welcome that. Allows our king back in.
maybe they'll do
I mean,
this.
we don't really we can just kind of win over here on like where our pawns are, and then they still have to deal with this pawn on the other side of the board.
Yeah. I mean, if we get a
As long as they don't trade all of the pawns off.
yeah, as long as we just get like a little bit of breathing room, we can start to push our a pawn. And
We
it'll
just
drive
need to make sure that either if all the pawns are getting if
Pretty
all the pawns are
impressed
getting traded off, we have to
by
be
the
able to
boys
clean
here
this
with
pawn.
white
Yes.
pieces. It's been a pretty good game by them. 96? I don't think 96 was
actually
that
You know what I
strong.
think?
Always
I think
escape
if they
here.
play knight g1, we play knight g5, getting our knight out of the
Yeah.
corner and defending the pawn, and now their knight.
I mean, you can always make the argument that right now, I mean, it depends on what they do, but like
knight's kind of
we can just start walking the a pawn, and
yeah,
their
I
king
agree.
has to leave. Like
What is knight f2? Pretty solid from white. Knight f2 is a hilarious. What the hell is knight f2 doing? Huh? He's disconnected.
Just left.
No, he got logged out for an hour of inactivity on chess.com. And so he's sitting there looking at a previous position,
Sam, you
like 3
stupid
moves
fuck.
ago. And he's like, Sam, but knight f8. Sam's like, the knight's not even, it's not even legal. Thank you for the resub, Mata. 67 with Prime. I don't know what that does either. I guess this. This is painful.
Game. Okay,
They want to go knight e3.
maybe.
93 knight f1 is a threat, though, at least.
They want to go. They want to go knight e3 and then knight to f1, hitting both of our pawns.
Yeah.
So let's go h4.
So it's gonna be h4, knight e3, king b4.
Oh yeah.
Knight f1, g4.
So he wants to go here, here, g4 takes,
Something
takes
like
knight
that?
h2.
Yeah. So let's go h4.
It's the last one, Airtime. This is the final one.
They can never play e4 as long as our knight is here. They can't bring their king over to support those pawns because we'll walk our a pawn. Okay.
King b4. Or wait.
Where should the king go? I would say king here,
Want to go
instinctively.
king d3?
Because you're not
King
going to, like, queen this
d3.
pawn. It's a distraction on its own.
Knight d5 probably.
g4.
Yeah. Also king d3,
No, that.
king c5. Oh no, yeah, they can't do that. So yeah,
like
because
it.
king b4 they just check on c2 now.
Yeah. Okay, let's go king d3.
Okay?
Our king is going to stay with the
And what we
action
might
on
see
the
is,
king
like,
side, while
knight
their king
here,
is gonna get
here,
killed.
takes, here,
Okay.
knight e6,
G4.
takes. And then you've got this weird position with 2 outside h pawns.
So
or
g4,
wing pawns. Could win.
f takes g4, f takes g4, rook h, or knight h2.
And then we play knight to. Oh fuck! Hey.
We could play knight e6.
Okay, wait. I want to just see something here. Okay. G4. Takes, right?
Yep.
Knight h2. We go knight to e. Or we go.
Assume that's what he's calculating.
Yeah, G.
We didn't analyze that trash move. I assume that they want to play G4 next. I'm still pretty impressed by White's play so far, but we'll see how they handle time pressure. King D5, and man, that's scary. Black absolutely should have played E4 because White should have played knight takes E5 and then pushed. Now they're gonna transpose, but it was lucky. I think this existed to bring the king out of the square. This should now be closer to draw. Is it here? Okay, I don't know what they're doing there. Why not king E3? They didn't want this, but Black had to go here.
E5. We fucked this up.
Yeah, the guys have really
Knight
good technique.
G5.
Probably
Yeah.
above their level with the white pieces, from what I've seen, but time pressure brings them way below their level.
We might have fucked it up.
We definitely did. Yeah, go knight G5.
Then E6 then?
Yeah.
And
No.
then they'll
No.
No?
Go king E1. Oh.
It's crafty.
Yeah.
What if we don't take it?
It's a nice,
Well, go king
nice
E2.
finish
No,
there
don't
with
do that.
the E pawn. This will be a draw.
Well,
Have to go. If we take it, it's a draw.
yeah. Let's just settle with the draw then. Okay, fuck it.
Fair result.
Yeah, king F4. And then knight to E6.
Can't believe Sam's won something.
Hold up here. Knight C5?
It's worth a
Does
try.
that work?
Worth a try.
I don't know if knight c5 is worth a try. Doesn't seem that good. I mean, white's only risking here because black is chilling.
Problem is we can't approach their pawn once they move their knight.
Yeah, probably they're gonna go knight e6.
I guess just king H5. They're basically just gonna find a way to, yeah, just accept it. Might as well just get to the next game. We
Damn. Oh, it's so funny. We end in a draw, but the turmoil to get there is hilarious. Hello, gamers.
Hello,
And-
hello.
All right. I'm gonna take the sound bite from Wild Hacks. After you guys ended up back in the same, obviously everyone repeated the moves. I guess both sides were happy to.
I was surprised by that.
Yep. Wild Hacks was laughing almost uncontrollably. Said, "Well, they're just gifting us a draw." Wild Hacks, was this the draw that you were so excited about?
No, dude. We underestimated Knight G5. Like honestly, it wasn't even on the radar. And after they played it, it was like, it
What?
was.
Like
I
F6
we were like, were we losing there? We thought about F6, but we didn't like F6 after Knight H7,
But our
and
knight's
then like A5. Yeah, we know your knight's sharp, but we thought that after you could get your pawn, like we can't actually ever get that knight
The
without
king and the
defending
A
the pawn.
pawn are gonna I think you're gonna outflank us getting
Yeah,
that knight.
you guys were.
By the time we get
That
over
was
to
that
king,
was our thought process.
no,
Was that
the
correct?
white's
I don't
gonna
know.
win.
I think
White's
that
gonna
was
win that.
I think
We
that was
could
the
have
right
played.
thinking. That
So we
that-
actually.
Okay.
We were a little bit worried to take.
Hmm. Yeah, well, it looks super scary to play knight h7, but I will say it looks equally as scary for black to allow knight takes h7, because by the time the king gets to g8, not only can white
Yeah.
play knight takes
I've
f6,
gone a long way.
and like maybe get it past
And you lose the
h-pawn.
pawn end game.
Yeah,
Right.
but exactly.
I saw that.
Yeah, the a pawn is running. I don't know. I'd assume I'm likely losing with black. So knight g5 was just very strong. Black probably needed to play a move like f6 instead of king d6, just like a nice, safe, simple move.
Yeah, we both missed that.
mm.
What? Yeah, we did.
I really have to hand it to your technique, Dustin and AG. It seems to fall apart in the final stages, but it really impressive for the majority of that game. Kind of reminded me of the rook end game with the stalemate trick previously. It was like great, and then that stalemate trick just like big speed bump in the road. Kind of same thing
Yeah.
here. It looked
Yeah,
like
collapsed again.
fantastic, literally up until so late in the game. And if we're being honest, I think king d5 later on. You played knight f7, king d5, a5. I witnessed a hilarious moment between Sam and Eddie where Sam was suggesting e4, and for the first time in 30 suggestions, he was correct, and he was overruled or didn't end up going for it and played knight takes g3. And I'll say there's a strong move for white after knight g3, knight takes g3 that was missed, and it might have won the game.
Just take c5.
Knight takes pawn.
That's
Knight
right.
takes pawn.
Yeah.
I
can't
didn't
get back.
realize that neither the knight. I would suspect that the king can't get back, but I didn't realize that both the knight and the all the squares.
Yeah,
are blocked.
because there's
Oh,
there's nowhere for the knight to go.
Pretty unfortunate placement of like all the pieces at once, and white will just play a combination of a6 and king e3 f4 afterwards.
Knight f7. Could we have played g4, or does that trade too many pawns?
I thought g4 was reasonable. It might trade too many pawns, but takes knight h2, knight e6, knight g4, knight g7, for example, and white has the a and the h pawn. That looks like really good winning chances because the knight is the absolute worst piece to defend side pawns. So that looked really scary for the guys to go into. I don't know, what did you guys think
we looked at
about
this,
that?
And then we thought we thought knight f7 was safer.
I don't mind knight f7. Maybe knight e6 could have been played. That was the only other one.
Yeah, it was kind of
We would play h6 or g6. Sorry.
And then knight f8.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, as white, I would
were
want to
down
win
to,
the
like,
g
20
pawn
seconds
so
with
that I
one
could
to
have
go.
the h pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
super
think.
tough.
I mean, I think actually we were worried about. It's maybe like 5 or 6 moves past this after e4. We played king d2 instead of king e3 because we were worried about the fork on f5, but for the same reason that we could have taken e5, I think it's actually not a big deal. Now I'm looking at it.
Yep.
Because they take that pawn and we can still they can't stop the a pawn.
Exactly. They can't take the pawn. So they
Right.
need to play king c6, and then you can follow up with king f4.
Yeah.
E3.
So I think what they're talking
E3?
about, Eddie, is move
Oh, that, and you take it.
43.
I see it now.
Yeah. They went king d2 because king e3 looks like it walks into the fork, but you actually need to walk into the fork because after king c6, king f4, white's at least still trying to win.
Yeah, because you got the pendulum technique. I can't play E3 here.
Mm-hmm.
You just take the knight and then you swing back and get the pawn.
That's right.
Pendulum.
So there was still some moments which looked kind of scary there for black, but I mean,
We can't put these
Nitsa Prime.
points away. Like, what are we
Nitsa
doing?
Prime, take us back to the beginning, man. It's your theory against Eddie's. How are you feeling about the 2 chances you've got with the Mora so far?
I mean, the opening has been a complete success so far. We've got endgames.
I don't think you had anything.
Winning. Well, we. What do you mean? We had 2 winning positions.
That's because we
All
misplayed it. We misplayed it. But I'm
Well-
saying there's nothing there.
Easier to play that endgame as white than it is as black. Like,
Well,
that's why-
no position is winning if your opponent doesn't misplay it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the position we got was fine until we got to
But
the end game.
it's
You
harder
outplayed
to
us.
play because we have the
You
past.
outplayed us both games.
Like, would you rather have black or white here?
In this position, I want white.
Exactly.
But I'm saying after the opening, after like the queens were gone and we played king f8, I think that's a better position for black.
It's
So
I
do
do
you
believe
regret
that.
trading the rooks off, Eddie? Is that not what you want to do then?
So he played a3 here, right? And we were
Yep.
thinking about b4.
Yep.
Okay, after a3, we should play rook to c8.
Right.
We play rook to c8.
Mm-hmm.
Play rook to c8 right there. I think black is better.
G3.
Or knight e1 even.
G3.
But yeah, probably g3.
Don't want to steal your
Well-
prep from the third time you're about to play this in this match. So.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing about g3 here is that rook c2 is kind of annoying. I don't know how we defend the b pawn.
What do you mean? We just play rook d2.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're up
Never
pawn.
mind. Never mind.
But yeah, I
Ignore
mean,
me.
obviously it's going to be an equal evaluation. It's just about like how well you know it, how well you're familiar with it, and how you handle the end games, not just as an individual, but as a team as well. Because you have to like agree on certain things, and night end games
Yeah.
are easy to differ in like opinions and still be both correct, which is frustrating. So yeah, well, we have another. We start the match basically the same way we started the other one. So we'll go into the next game, obviously with the colors flipped. So Eddie and Wild Hacks are going to have the white pieces, and whoever wins the game wins the whole thing. And if it's a draw, we got Armageddon. So I will send you guys into your rooms and give you a couple minutes before we start.
Okay.
Good luck. All right, this could be the very last match of the entire thing. But if it's a draw, then you know what we're doing. Little Armageddon to finish it off. That would be kind of as good as it gets in terms of number of games. I gotta say, I'm impressed with Dustin and AG, the way they handle those Mora positions. Yeah, it's a bunch of theory, but hey, 2 times they've outplayed Eddie and Wild Hacks in those end games. Could be dysfunction from the team. Eddie calling Sam some choice words, but it's a team match for a reason. All right, I'll wait for the guys to get back. They're just taking a very short break. Is there prize fund or bragging rights only? Definitely bragging rights, but the winning team will each get to pick a product from the Holtzgren store, one of our current sponsors, Omid. So pretty nice, yeah. Under $200, but you can get some nice items there, even a watch or it's a take your pick. it's a pretty nice prize. And yeah, one for each of the players on the winning team. So, all right, Eddie's got the. We might have the most Chess Bra merch of any human being in the world. No wonder Eddie's upset. Yeah, he's passionate about that Holtzkern watch. Come on now. All right, here we go. Wild Hacks with the white pieces this time. And we're off. Who looked it up better is the question. Gakos, thanks for the 64 months, man. I'm glad you're enjoying. I think they wanted this, or at least that's what they did last time. He's right. It was C4. It was C4. Yep, I think they... So this is the same line right now. This is a big moment for Sam. Big Sam moment here. Sam just finished saying that last time they played this. Like, are you guys following? So let's this is like a logic puzzle. So Sam presented that he looked at the game afterwards with the engine. Smart thing to do in a team chess match. And he saw that based on the last game, that it was like instead of rook b8, it was like instead of e4 that c5 was a move. Very surprised by this, I have to say. For example, if we have a look here, e4 was played. Is c5 particularly better? Doesn't really look like it. Queen c7, e4, rook b8. Here they did... Can't remember what they did. Rook e1 at all? Yeah, maybe rook e1. And then e5 was played. I thought d6 was good. Maybe here he means something like this. But then what was played this time was queen c7. So I don't know if c5 here is actually that good or not, but I think Sam did the right thing and checked with the engine, but now didn't realize the guys changed their move, so the thing that he looked at is not necessarily going to be true here. But AG and Dustin played d5. Best case scenario for white. Trading this pawn for the d pawn, I mean, this is brilliant. Now the pieces are all open. I think that the only reason this move could be a funny one is maybe could get attacked really quickly. So let's see. Put the mics back on. But I think Sam may have done the right thing and then played it in the wrong moment, but then it did end up working out. So nice in the end. Sit. I think he's in Peru right now, Gory Hole. I like the way they're playing. It's a very, very nice position for white. So credit to Sam, the reason that they have this.
I think we're actually
Position is his
we're
C5
this
move.
is we're if we make a wrong move here, it can get really sketchy. I think.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
But I'm not 100% sure he did it in the right
A
moment.
little bit of a think.
But it really worked out, so that was nice.
because our queen, this pawn is pinned. This pawn is pinned.
So we want to get that pawn unpinned.
I think getting the dark square one is more important at the moment.
Yeah. And if this knight
Like
moves anywhere with a tempo,
Yeah, knight b5's a
queen
big,
does queen b6 an option?
big threat
well,
here.
queen b6, they might have knight to a5, and then their queen and their bishop hit c6, right?
Okay.
Hey, choose shoe.
Queen e7. No, that drops.
e7 drops the pawn.
Because regardless, they move this knight and they're hitting this pawn twice. Doesn't
Yes.
matter where it goes. So,
So nice to see you playing chess,
and they're gonna be hitting this twice if they go
Yeah.
here. So
2 years of just fucking off.
Mason. You mean
You wanna
your
play rook b8?
your practice on the islands with Dan
I mean, it's kind of
hasn't served you well over the years?
like rook b8.
If knight there, then but now our rook's not pinned anymore. We can even play c5.
True.
So the theme of this match
That
has
takes away
been
this.
AG and Dustin
The other
get
thing we
a
could
winning
play is
position
knight a5
in that Mora theory. They fuck it up
after rook b8,
multiple times and they draw.
Yeah.
and then we're
And the
hitting
next
d2
game they
twice,
lose.
potentially, if they move this knight. And we're getting our queen out
And
this
kind
turn.
of convincingly.
Let's do that. Let's go rook b8 and then like with knight a5 ideas.
So if, like rook b8 and they move their knight, we play c5 though?
Yeah.
Or bishop b7?
I think they want to go here, which is actually a pretty good move. It stops knight b5 and it gets off this diagonal, so I kind of like it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Omizi calling for rook b8 as well. That's how we know it's a top
Yeah,
move.
moving this bishop is going to be very helpful.
Yeah, I agree.
Pass him the cocaine.
Because our queen kind of wants to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, are they gonna rook c1?
That's why I mean I think we have to play like c5 and
Crazy. Live off these.
They've got peanuts in them, so they're good.
c5 leaves
Chocolate
such a hole.
comes from
Like
the
I don't want to
cocoa
play
bean and it
c5
grows in
unless
the
we
ground.
absolutely have to.
Yeah, it
Organic.
just feels not fantastic. But
Organic M&M's brand Mars Canada Inc.
I guess we could always go bishop
Extra cruelty.
b7 and then
Yeah.
we can even slide back to
Yeah.
a8.
yeah, bishop e7 it might be okay.
I like the way that the guys work through that thought process. I agree with them. Very scary position if you don't play the right move. Eddie wants to go here, then here, then here. That's what Eddie wants to do. I think this is a rare case where Eddie is getting too creative. Eddie wants to move his bishop again and make a one-move threat. It's a serious threat, but there's no way this wins a piece. I think simple moves. For example, you could do this, right? But black doesn't have to take it. You can take here and then take here. That's the thing, Jingo. I think Wild Hacks and Eddie are overruling each other in the right moments lately. A good overrule from Eddie there. Yeah, didn't I just show that line, Walkett? I think it works for black. Because you just don't take the queen. You take the bishop pair and then take this pawn. This is getting creative. Literally, all I want to do is go here, here, and then go for this. Because no matter what I win, I'm always losing it back here. I think that's a simple and good move. Kingly Bingley, thanks for the reset.
It's got to go to E3, right?
Probably. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna put it to D2.
Maybe now's time to go. Like bishop E6.
Finally stop knight D5.
Block our rook.
Well, just because now that they have everything lined up along the C file, like if they play knight D5, what do we do? Because our knight's not there guarding that square anymore. I think we have to play bishop E6 here.
Yeah, the only other thing I would is like H6, but I feel like we need to get this bishop somewhere.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I would really be looking at this move next. Just looks so safe for white.
So bishop E6, knight E4. Aren't we just losing something there?
We still play rook takes B2.
Right. And queen takes C4, queen takes C6,
Queen takes queen,
rook takes.
and then we grab another pawn.
Grab this one or this one.
Yeah, I think they're looking at this, but
Yeah.
they have this at the end of everything.
Super complicated, and both teams are getting low on time.
It's very complicated. Very, very complicated. They're
This,
just, they're
makes
just,
me feel
yeah,
very
it's
good.
just, it's very scary, I would say.
yeah, that's a class move. I
Okay.
Okay.
think white has a
So-
significant
So now
edge.
knight
Now
E4
we
is
play
a
H6, I think.
H6, yeah.
Yeah. Now I think we take this bishop. So that now we can play C5, right?
Bishop should
We
probably go
can't play
here.
C5.
We can finally play C5, right?
It's funny they want to play this
What
move
does
so
C5
bad.
achieve though? Kind of just,
Yeah, well, now their dark squared bishop is completely dead.
Also gives
Well,
up
I
a
want
lot of
they-
squares.
They're gonna hit it. Yeah, they're gonna play something like that. Like I want this pawn to be defended.
we could also
Although-
have bishop
You like
D7
black's
as a
chances,
resource.
Omizi?
Actually, no, because
Not
it's
the
just
best
gonna
position, but you respect the grovel.
be.
Yeah, let's go C5. I mean, I don't
It's
like
like,
getting
is
the
it-
feedback square though.
Yeah, like it just, I don't know if
Anytime
it's.
we're gonna lose this pawn because they played B3, so we can't take.
I
the
do
B2,
not
and
like
they
black's
wanna play
position.
knight.
I think Eddie and Wild Hacks
I just like I don't know
should
like,
win
what are
this
we
to win the
doing
whole
with that
thing.
though? Like, are we gonna play
They have a great
C4 eventually?
chance.
Well, do you want to play? Do you want to play? Do you want to play Rook C8?
Rook C8.
Knight there. Bishop F5. Bishop F5 is probably.
And this falls. No, it doesn't
That's
because
bishop E5
it blocks. Yeah, because it blocks. Okay.
Okay, let's go Rook C8. Then we can get this queen like maybe on a better diagonal or a better square. Okay, we're only 10 seconds ahead.
The
Big spot from Big Sam. Not a lot of
They take on
chatter over
They
here.
play that. They take on, yeah, and then they take our rook. They
we
take.
take theirs.
I mean, also
They
they
take
can just
this.
take like on C6.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Well, I guess
That's right,
what
DJ.
we do. We go Queen E7.
We're getting forked here too.
Yeah, it's brutal. We're losing the exchange and a pawn.
Knight B5 is a Kyo. A Kyo. If they choke this out, I mean, that's insane. Wild Hacks got the C5 move to help them and got the Knight B5 move to win it. This is nasty. There's almost no moves for black. This is where Eddie could do too much. It's like, just take the material. Don't do too much, Eddie. We know Sam wants to take it. Oh no. Here's my thing. After Rook B8, how are you even winning material anymore? I mean, obviously you have a great position, but you're not winning a Rook anymore. Bro's blundering and comparing himself to Hickey. I gotta switch mics after that.
What is their discovery here, actually?
I don't know. I'm sure they've got something cooked up. Still down a pawn.
I mean, any discovery we have a check.
The boys aren't really talking over there, so looks like we're staying. Man, this is an epic choke if they don't win this. Insane. 50 seconds now. I don't know what they're calculating. Complete nonsense.
Okay,
Queen takes pawn.
Yeah, queen takes pawn. Or yep.
That's a big time move, and the choke is in progress, guys.
They have to take our
The
rook
choke is in
They have to take a rook,
progress.
Yep.
or move it. They can.
They're not even up a pawn here. It's insane. They had a free pawn and a free exchange. What the fuck did they do? So bad. This is unbelievable. They could literally be down a pawn after all that. Actually, it's a very nice draw there. Crazy, this calculation by them. 20 seconds, too. I mean,
How many matches are we playing, anyways?
well, it's a double elimination, so it's like
Oh.
when the losing bracket team goes up, they have to win twice.
Is this the finals of Team Chess?
Yeah.
Is that what was going on?
That's right.
Maybe a well-timed bishop. Whoa.
We
Okay,
have to
I know.
rook c6, rook c7.
Yeah. And then we're gonna play bishop f8, right?
Bishop f8 or
Insane choke from the guys.
Or bishop d. No, bishop d.
bishop d4.
Bishop d4. Wait.
Wait, yeah. Bishop
Bishop
d4. Queen
Rook takes
takes.
queen.
If queen takes, we take,
Too
and
fancy.
we get the
Yeah,
rook.
okay. So bishop. Yeah.
Let's see.
They have check, maybe? Is it mezzo?
Right when black got out of it, They went too fancy. All you had to do is probably just bring a knight back or something there.
Flip the board to be on the winning team every time.
I usually flip it by who's talking
Ah,
to try to match the like ideas better, but this looks brutal.
Yeah.
Not a bad move. Stops mate. Still, black can't even like get out of. Oh, okay. Now you can. I don't like that move by them. Hanging, loose, loose. Oh,
Okay, we're gonna play knight f5 as soon as possible. We need to
Yep.
get this bishop out of here. And if the bishop goes to a bad square, we're going to win.
Knight f5 is mate in 1, so just keep that in mind.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay.
Pawn?
Yeah,
Pawn?
take
Pawn?
it,
Pawn?
take it,
Pressure.
take it, absolutely.
Very big move. I do not like this conversion from white.
version to a draw.
Check, yep. Good move. Check again. Yeah, on e4, yep.
I mean, black has at least a draw if they're going like that. Can white really get more ambitious here?
Check again on b. Like, let's just draw this.
You're happy to draw.
Just give us some. We have some time. We have 50 seconds. We can take a second here.
Yeah, it's true, it's true, it's true.
You need a confident win out of one of them.
I think that's 3 times. Eddie's fed up. It might work out. I think it's fine. But just the fact that Eddie doesn't want it makes it funny.
Check them again. On b8. On b1, sorry.
B1, and then they go
Yeah.
here. Where's our next check?
On b5.
B5? What?
Yep.
Oh, here. I see. I thought you were saying. I thought you meant H1 for a second.
b5.
Wow, really going for it there.
Go to a dark square. Go to a dark square. Please go
They
to a
go to
dark
a
square.
dark square, then we fuck them.
How is this taking the draw? Sam's delusional. Jesus.
Actually, no. Knight D6. Knight D6.
Okay, 96 is a threat. Yes.
Sam has to be trolling here.
Check.
Where? Here?
Um,
B2? Can we not still play Knight D6?
we can. I don't like that end game though with the bishop.
Can we?
Okay, check on. Oh, take the queen. Or play knight d6. Knight d6. I like your move. Take the queen. We got 5 seconds. Do something.
What a game.
Rook beats
Yeah.
Rook B7.
White's definitely a bit
Wait,
better
wait.
here.
Just see what they do.
I'm just.
Like, I want to play rook e7 now to pin this bishop.
They want to go here. White's gonna go there though. He said, "Go ahead, play the end game." Holy shit, that was close. Holy fuck. Oh my god! He didn't move the rook!
You can hear Dustin flipping out in the other room.
Oh my god. Okay. Just yeah. Take the bishop.
Eddie in shambles.
No, don't do that. That's stupid. Just
Is
Wild Hack's making
Like-
excuses yet?
go through the put everything on light
He
squares.
said he wants
Okay, we
to
have
pull himself.
At least he owns it this time.
yeah, I love that. Okay. Keeping their king out. And now let's walk our king in.
He's so mad.
I'll just walk the pawn up. Yeah, just walk the pawn up.
The mics are all open. Fuck it.
Holy shit.
Holy
man.
fuck! I thought we were so fucked
but
in this game.
Let's not fuck up. Light squares, right?
Yeah.
We've almost done this before.
I thought we were so fucked. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Holy
man.
shit!
There is a god. There is a god.
Oh my god, that is fucking crazy. What the hell was that?
That is beyond fucked. Eddie can't believe it. He's in shock. It's gonna be the post-game interview of a lifetime.
Oh man.
What the?
Uh,
Jesus!
How did you play rook to c4 here, bud? Holy shit! You could have took the draw, and you wouldn't take it, and you blame me. Shit! You got the draw. And I told you 50 times, take the draw, and you wouldn't do it. And then you walk into pins.
you gotta listen to Eddie. He's been winning you the match.
Holy
so
shit!
No, this game, I was.
Why didn't you guys just take the exchange?
Can
Why
I
did
can
you
I
just
ask?
get
Yeah,
the
can I ask the pressing question? What drugs are you guys on to not play knight takes rook?
Yeah, like, we briefly saw that move and we're like, oh, that. They're
I
gonna
don't know
try to get
how
fancy.
you. I mean, you won a pawn. Now you just get a free rook. You've got the bishops, the rooks, the open file. I'm in utter shock that knight takes c8 wasn't played.
Eddie was fucking screaming knight f5 and like you fucking. I was like, bro, let's just take the pawn, let's take the exchange, and like Eddie was like, nah, bro, this is great. We get to exchange queens. I'm like, why? Like we have such a good. I'm like,
But what does
I
knight
have no
f5
fucking-
have to do with knight c8? Knight c8, I mean after rook d8.
Bishop c5 was Eddie's move as well, but I agreed. I was like, fine, fuck it, let's fine.
Eddie, is bishop c5 too fancy, sir? Why not take the rook?
It was too fancy. But he kind of liked my idea too. Because we talked back and forth like at least a couple minutes. Take the rook. No, bishop c5. We'll take the rook.
Right.
And we didn't do it. We kind of talked ourselves out of it.
Yeah.
This was super complicated. I know the evaluation's jumping up and down, but like,
I was worried
yeah.
about like you had counterplay. I think. I mean, maybe
Bishop
I'm wrong.
c5 makes it complicated. Knight takes rook is not complicated.
That
Bishop,
gets the game's over.
yeah, bishop pair, rooks on the open file, a couple more hanging pawns in the works. Knight on h5,
well-
useless.
We blew our winning positions in this match, so it feels
Eventually,
great to
you
have it
guys
to
had to
somebody
blow
else.
one
I'm not
too,
gonna
yeah,
lie.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
It
and
feels
they didn't even
fantastic.
blow the half point. They blew the
I-
full point. So
I don't know if you were ever listening in on us when we were, but the vibes were at an all-time low on this side of the board.
Yeah, I actually
For a while there.
I wasn't dropping in on the mics too much because you weren't saying anything. Boys were a little silent there.
we're just hanging our heads in shame. Like we've come all this way through winners bracket to get an advantage in the final, and we blow it like this. Like how?
Okay, more important questions for Sam and Eddie. Maybe you guys were just going quickly with this knight f5 idea. Look, bishop c5 is, I think, a terrible decision not to take the rook. But that being said, you went for knight f5 next. Bishop takes f5. Bishop takes e7, just taking the queen. simply wins material because you just take the rook on d8 after. Bishop takes queen from black, and then just rook takes d8. The game, well, in my opinion, the match is over right there as well.
Yeah, I mean,
And they're
yeah, at
forced
this
into
point-
it because when you take their queen, they must take your queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So knight f5 was also like, it was a good move as a follow-up. I don't like bishop c5, but knight f5 is the right follow-up. They take it with the bishop, and I feel like, I don't know what the comms were like. Were you guys rushing? But bishop takes e7 is such a simple calculate, just 2 moves and done.
I think Eddie was just like queen f5 is
Because knight f5 was good. And I mean, the guys don't have much of a choice. They played bishop takes. So there's a few moments there where I think the match could have just wrapped with a couple exchange wins. And then it got into a position which I just think was dead even chances. Like, nonsense. White probably had a few more of the good chances. Bishop d4 from the lads was a little overzealous. Bishop takes f7 was a very good reaction. Sacking the bishop.
A big miss by us.
And then
We thought we could go to king h7, but then they check again. Like,
that's
it's
right.
Really brutal.
Yeah. Yep. They can force you. And then I don't know what Sam was stubborn to play on.
I was stubborn to play on because
Okay.
I felt I was like in poker there's this term called like being up stuck, where like you win a lot of money in the beginning of the session and you feel like you're doing good, and then you like lose a bit, and that's
You wouldn't
and then you kind of
listen,
feel like
you would
wait,
not
hold on,
listen
and then
to
you feel like upset that like you lost even though you're winning so much, and so I felt like I didn't want the draw because I felt like we were better with the white pieces.
So you
and
just figured you'd lose, you know? So you just figured
I
you'd
didn't
lose.
figure we'd lose. I just wanted to play on a little
I
bit.
told
Eddie,
you if you
and
played that move, you'd lose. You would lose the game.
Eddie, you fucking lost us the game when you suggested bishop c5 and like not taking the pawn. Like,
Every move
I don't
that
know
you
why
got until we got fancy when you agreed on my bishop c5, and I said, well, what about taking the rook? You said, no, I like your move, Eddie. I like your move.
No,
And then
I
as
was
you
like,
play
what?
that, you have
The
to
whole
play
point
knight.
of my knight. The whole point of
If
my
you
knight
go back
d5
and
move
listen,
was to play these.
you didn't listen to me. You didn't
I mean,
listen
at
to
the
me.
end of the day, it was still a draw. It was just, what the hell was King D2?
He wouldn't listen to me.
I'll
Yeah, so
He
let's
refused.
get
All these
there.
moves were his.
The king. So Sam clearly wanted to play on. He was playing some ambitious king moves. I think that's within the realm of like, okay, you could take some chances. But rook
In the realm
c4,
of complete
rook
stupidity.
c4 is that's where it's bad. Like rook c4 is a really wrong type of move. It's not the end
No,
of the
that's a
line.
great fucking move, isn't it?
And then I mean, yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on, but I was
explain king d2.
Yeah. So I'm getting there, but right before King D2, I also saw you guys catch each other, but damn near play Rook A6 after Knight C6, right? And then you ended up playing Rook D or King D2. So what the hell happened?
That was the exact reason. Eddie was yelling, "Just Rook A6, bro! It's so good." And then I was like, "Oh no, we're getting forked there." So I had to move the king. So that's I thought
I saw that
to
it was
avoid knight. Yeah,
I saw that before, and then you just
because
moved.
after he kept yelling knight a6, sorry, he kept yelling rook a6. I was okay, I'm gonna play it, and then I saw myself play before, and I was like, okay, I can't play a rook move because we're gonna get forward, so I had to move the king out of the way.
I will say though, with 10 seconds
Fuck.
increment on the clock and all these knight forks just like jumping around the board, like in a time scramble, black is just so much safer.
Yeah.
So
Just just a lot of threats that we can make that you have to calculate. It's a lot harder to calculate how to defend against our knight.
Oh, I should play rook a6 here. Oh no, knight b4 is the fork. Okay, I'll move my king so there's no fork, and then he just hangs the rook.
Yeah, I think
so I mean, in this position, what's the just rook a2, and then what can we even do as black? Like if we play a5, I feel like that's kind of asking a lot, or not rook a2, but like anywhere else on the a file.
Yeah, I was thinking rook a4. We were considering rook a4 or rook b5. You know, or rook a6 or rook a4. We talked about. You know, so rook a4 is I think
White's king just needs to be on g2 or f3 somewhere far away, and then leave the rook on the a file.
Well, that was Sam's idea. All that the cock sprint.
Cock sprint.
I don't know
Happy
why we did
Nate.
knight f5. Why we went to this fucking bullshit? Like why we had to exchange all the pieces
Sammy.
when we had all the pressure. Just take the fucking pawn, take the exchange. Like we were killing. I don't know why we had to go knight f5. Bishop
Yeah, I
f5.
will
Like,
say,
Sam,
like,
if you play bishop to c5, you have to play knight f5. Okay? The move that
Why?
we didn't take
Why
our
not?
time on, because you got to have a discovered threat, or you should just take the exchange
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
knight
We
f5
talked
is the
about that.
follow up to bishop c5. So
So it's not a terrible move.
you either take
We
the
run-
rook initially, or you do the
we-
knight f5 properly.
We rushed queen takes f5.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We didn't look further.
AG, Dustin, are you just sort of like enjoying, like just listening to the dysfunction as you guys get away with one there?
I think that's the only reason why we won the match because
Hey,
we
you know what?
I am in awe
It
still.
was,
I had to rely on Sam's.
I think it's a fair result. I think it's a fair result, though. Actually, they had two completely winning positions. They should have won, converted out of the Mora in game one. We never should have survived that. So the match would have been over then. So they gave one away, and we tossed one away. You know, at the end of the day, me and Sam lost 2 games out of 10 or whatever. How many we played? 12.
Mhm. Yep.
It wasn't that bad, but yeah, they're a good team. We take the exchange here, we just win on move 23. We
No,
win.
no
We
doubt
win.
about it. I mean, yeah, that's
I mean, this
crazy.
was the day for you guys to beat us because we didn't show up.
Yeah, well, I haven't
we were
slept
making
in
all
3
kinds of
days,
mistakes.
and I know I've been medicated the whole time too. It's a fucking level playing field. Level playing field. I think, you know what, to be honest with you, Amon, I think our middle games, me and Sammy's middle games were better than theirs. But
Absolutely.
in the
I would
real,
agree with that
in the
completely.
real, in the technical positions that they were aiming for,
Yeah.
they played stronger as a team in the end games,
Yep.
almost throughout all the matches. But in the middle games, I thought we were stronger. So we
I
didn't
agree.
convert
I think you and Sam teamed up more in the middle games, and I was even saying, surprisingly, you were catching each other's mistakes decently. Like you would fuck up and Sam would catch it, or Sam would have a good move that you didn't spot, and vice versa. But in the end games, it was actually AG and Dustin that were teaming up
They played-
better, and you and Sam had different
they were
ideas.
better. No, I thought they were the stronger endgame team.
Hmm.
I do think that.
That's big
I mean,
compliments
does
coming
like-
from the endgame magician.
Well, he has FIDE experience, so you got to be able to grind the end game, or you're never good.
So does your
never getting
teammate.
involved.
So does your teammate Sam. He's
Yeah.
a FIDE experience as well.
Okay, but you know, if you listen to the on move 23, if you listen back and listen to the radio communication between me and Sam, you know, I could suggest, you know, well, we do have bishop to c5, and then we were, you know, going back and forth, and it's like, well, then I said a couple times, what about we just take the rook and say fuck them? I mean, we get the exchange. I mean, it can't, you know, it's got to be good.
Yep,
Not only
we
Somehow
that,
we
but I
got-
think you even win that C pawn too.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, this is a dream position on move 23. The eval's
Yeah.
got to be
Eddie, I was yelling to take the C pawn for so long, and you were like, nah.
I don't really give a shit about that C pawn. I'm not going to open up his
I was
rook
gonna start
files.
attacking
I don't
my
want
right
the fucking
airport
pawn.
already.
It's just sitting there. I'm going to win that at any
Let's
time.
take that rook.
And we just, I mean, we played rook c8, and we immediately were like,
Oh,
fuck,
fuck,
it's
bro.
there's knight b5, and we're just like, after that,
I
we
was
thought the game
so
was
happy
over
with finding knight
immediately.
d5. Like Eddie and I
Yeah.
were thinking about knight d5 and knight d4, and I was like, wait, like I didn't find like anything too concrete, and then all of a sudden I see knight b5 with the threat of forking, and I was like,
And it was
so
just
happy with
and
that.
you spotted
I
it,
thought
Sam. That's the thing is
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
that was,
Sam spotted
'cause
knight
I was-
b5. It
he
was
did.
like his
That's his
move.
move.
Unfortunately, the guy played king d2 in the same game he played knight b5, so it's hard to hand over the credit.
well, no, I mean, I
Sure,
gave
because-
Eddie a good position to convert, and this is how he decided to convert it. You know, knight f5,
Oh.
and then we.
We missed one move, Sam. We rushed a simple
But like,
combination, man.
I just think that the decision to trade everything was bad.
We didn't trade everything, Sam. We played bishop to c5.
Trading the queens, trading knight f5,
Yeah.
like that's.
You don't have a choice at that point. What we missed was
Yes,
the simple move: bishop takes e7. The game's over.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, but
yeah.
that I mean, sure, that was the tactical solution to that problem, but I just don't think that decision to go into that, like, let's trade everything, trade the queens, trade the knights, was good.
So
I
then why
think
did you
we had
play
so much
bishop to c5? You
because you
said no, no.
suggested it, and I was like, fine, it looks good.
Well, if you play bishop to c5, bud, okay? Because if you listen, I said multiple times we could always just take the rook. He said, no, I like that move, Eddie. That if you listen, I'll
Eddie,
bet you $1,000 right now, dude.
we
Live
can
on
bet
camera.
$1,000. Sure, that's fine. Let's go back and
You
review the
want
tapes.
to?
I want to review. Let's review the tapes.
So wait,
really
what's
want-
the what's the debate about? What are you claiming, Sam?
Eddie's suggesting that actually, what Eddie? What are you suggesting?
You're betting $1,000. You fucking don't know what you're thinking.
That's the number.
And I said,
Well,
and I said,
all I know is that yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I can't get a word in. Just how it is when we talk on the internet together. If you play bishop to c5, you have to play knight f5, right? What we missed was you got to play bishop takes fucking
E7.
e7.
Mhm.
That's where we rushed.
We definitely also.
We only had
We
a couple
thought you were
minutes.
gonna play that.
I thought we were stone cold. The game was over. You know, I was in the end game with
It
the
is
two bishops. You know,
done.
right? But we talked ourselves out of it because I said, you know, we always take the rook, and then Sam says, no, I like bishop to c5. So if you play that, you got to play knight f5. So all I'm saying, the only move that I missed was bishop takes the queen. You know, we
The
rushed
amount
that.
of missed wins, blunders,
Nicola has good
miscalculations in
I
this
don't want to
match
bet.
versus
For
the
the record,
final.
I do not
be
want
the
to bet.
highest
A match
quality.
between Eddie and Sam.
Oh, it's over.
I do
Lo.
not
That
want
was
to
the last
bet
game.
Sam.
I know from the bottom of my heart that I did not want to go into this when we trade pieces. I just wanted to win the exchange, win the pawn. I just wanted to
But you
win the
can't.
material.
You cannot play after you play bishop c5, Sam. You have to play knight f5.
I understand. That's why
And then the move that we didn't play was bishop takes queen, buddy. The move that we played, queen takes f5, which was my idea, was not correct because it allows them to consolidate. But we weren't lost until you went on the cock sprint and wouldn't listen to anybody. I told you, you got to take the
because
draw.
he just wanted to go for the
I
draw
said-
and
I
fuck.
said
And then we're gonna go back into the fucking bullshit.
on, you're gonna lose, and you didn't listen to me.
We
at
only
any of
have
them.
chances in the white with the white pieces against them, Eddie.
You're
With
stoned.
black,
You're
what do you mean you're
stoned.
stoned?
Well,
Eddie,
Sam,
did we
you
ever have a
realize
good position
after
with the black
you
pieces?
tie, right? It would go to an Armageddon, right? So
And then you bid. That's what I'm saying. Don't lose your
fuck. It goes to
$1,000.
Armageddon, huh?
Don't lose your fucking $1,000, Sam.
Okay, yeah, fuck it, Eddie. Blame it all on me. It was all my fault. I'm just an idiot.
We missed one move, buddy, and it was a logical result because we should have lost the first two matches to them, and we got lucky. We survived, and then they got lucky because they were stone cold dead here, and they know that.
Oh yeah.
But we didn't follow through.
I don't
But
know,
we were
Eddie. I
stoned.
just thought that.
Yeah,
we were
there's
stone
no
cold.
illusion.
We were stone
AD
cold
were
dead
hanging our
day
heads.
one.
Yeah, no, we
Okay,
were like,
maybe-
it was, we were really depressed over here. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna. We were really depressed.
They were stone cold won twice.
We never
And
once
they got-
started
we
name
got away
calling,
with it.
you know?
well, I'll take this opportunity to officially. I'll congratulate Dustin and AG, who did win the Team Chess format. It's the inaugural, but it might be the only ever hosted format. So this is a real special win for AG and Dustin, who both get a piece of merchandise from Holtzkern, our sponsor right now. And I'll let those boys make their selections on their own time and let us know. But we'll give them a nice $200 budget each to pick a nice piece for maybe themselves or maybe a nice pendant you can send over to Wild Hacks or something. So congrats, boys.
Thank you.
Well done.
We appreciate it.
Okay.
Yes, it was. We came really close to blowing it, and that would have. I don't know if we would have ever recovered from that.
But you didn't blow it.
I do have to go because I have to visit the fan zone. I'm sure everyone's got things to do at the end of the day. I'm always happy when we're all here because the matches are very entertaining. So once we did get a time, it was a lot of fun. What's that, Eddie?
I still hope he misses his flight. with two girls and he's hungover, but I mean, is he really losing? I'm just saying. He'll be okay.
Oh fuck. Okay. I think I'm done being sad. Good match, boys. It was fun.
It was a very fun match.
GG's.
At least it wasn't like the
everybody.
first one, but we got.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, thank you,
This
man,
was
for
a little bit more fighting.
All right.
We
Thanks
lost
to
one
Amon
pawn
for
in 10
organizing
games.
everything too.
Yeah, thanks, Amon. Putting up with us.
I know it was a little it got a little dicey in there for a while, but we got it figured out and we played it eventually. So
Very nice. Very nice. Thanks, guys. I got to run.
Yeah.
Eddie, thanks for your time
Okay,
here as
thanks,
well.
everybody.
Appreciate having you. Sam, Alec, and Dustin. Thanks, guys. And we're going to end off the stream as well. So we'll all say goodbye. And I'm heading to the fan zone. So if anyone's there in person,